It's not even like his secret sauce or
No,
secret, whatever. What
it's
was
his
it in
signature sauce. It's not like a slam dunk
Secret
sauce or
Stuff?
anything
That's what
crazy
it
like
was.
that.
Okay.
Michael Jordan's signature sauce. All right.
What is it? Did you try it?
Yeah, well, the sauce. I think I had it the first time I was there, and it was good.
What is it
There's
like? I'm picturing like a barbecue sauce, but I have no idea.
I think it was like a white cream sauce,
Oh, okay. I'm way off then. All right. So like a mayonnaise ranch kind of thing.
something like that. Yeah, I don't know. It was all right.
Okay.
Again, like I had what did I have? I ordered like a turkey BLT, but like they like were massive. Like it was this big a sandwich, and it
That's
was
awesome.
there was just so much bacon piled onto it. I'm pretty sure I ate like 3 days worth of bacon on like one sandwich.
Oh.
I mean, when I get food, getting more meat is like ideal. Like that's good.
Yeah, like I was like, okay, this is like one of the cheaper sandwiches, so like it'll be like just a decent lunch size sandwich. That was like a full meal.
I just think
say-
that's too much bacon specifically. Bacon is very tasty by itself. So
My body later was like, man, that was way more bacon than you ever eat.
Like that's a sandwich where afterwards you need to take a nap.
yeah,
More or less, yeah.
yep, that's a nap sandwich for sure.
Is he from Connecticut or just he likes Connecticut or they like him? What's the story here?
Sorry, what?
Like what's the story with this restaurant? Is he from there or
I think I don't know if it's just a chain or not. Let me look this up.
was there at least pictures of him on the wall?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Michael Jordan's Steakhouse, I believe, is the actual name of the place. Yeah, I'm seeing. Yeah, it is definitely a chain.
Okay, never mind then.
Was there
All
a
right.
cardboard cutout you could stand beside to see how tall you are
No,
compared
which
to him?
made me real sad.
Yeah.
But you could buy like shirts that advertise the restaurant.
Could you buy
Yeah.
like a jersey?
I know. I don't think they had jerseys available. I think it was all just T-shirts and like posters.
Sure.
I think they had a poster of the menu or something silly like that.
Makes
I
sense.
can't think of any restaurant that I like so much I would want a poster of the menu.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, all right. You been up to anything fun, Paul?
No. How's your arm?
Arm update. I got
Yeah.
a new cast, so I went and got it looked at on Wednesday,
Okay.
and we came to the decision not going to have surgery. We're going to just go with casts.
Okay.
And he says, with that, I should eventually get back to about like 90% of what my wrist used to be. And I was like, that sounds pretty good. And he was saying, surgery could lead to other complications. You'll have the scar, down the road, you might have to get another surgery if something weird happens with the plate or anything like that.
Yeah.
And so I guess, so I got a new cast. This one's black. So I have people signing
Nice.
it with like silver Sharpie, which I
Nice.
thought was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Most people have never signed a black cast, so that's exciting. And I guess there's like a bone floating in there,
Ah,
and the cast won't fix that, and
Right.
so the wrist will heal with that bone not going back into place. And he said eventually that bone will just kind of like meld onto stuff.
ah.
Like it'll just reattach to stuff eventually.
Ah.
Well, that's gross.
Yeah, I mean, he said the only thing that I might lose in terms of like range of motion or flexibility
Yeah.
is I'll show it on the camera, is doing like this, like putting, and for the audio people, putting your hand like as forward as you can get.
Right.
And he said that shouldn't be much of an issue because when do you ever need to put your hand like as far forward as you can?
When
Shadow
you're-
puppets.
Yeah, when you're laying on
Yeah.
the ground and you need to turn off your alarm clock that's above you. And that.
And like behind you?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, exactly, right? Like that never happens.
With
I
your
would
non-dominant
imagine
hand.
If it was the other way, I would have been more concerned because that's like picking stuff up, that's doing push-ups.
Yeah.
But he was saying the only thing that might get in the way is doing it forward, and so he's like, not a big deal. You don't need to really do that. So, yes, we'll see. So yeah, I got a new cast. They had to set it again. That one hurt the most.
Oh.
So that's 3 times I've had it set now, and I go back again this Friday, see how it's doing. and hopefully I'll be out of this in 4 or 5 weeks.
Cool. Well,
Yeah, there's the arm update.
good to hear that it's progressing and also disgusting. Cool.
Yeah, well, you know, do we do?
Yeah.
In lighter news, I saw Incredibles 2 last night.
Ooh, how is it?
It is very good. It is very fun, really funny, and the animated short in front of it, super cute. 3 of my friends cried during it. It was definitely heartstring pulling.
The animated short?
Yeah, it's called Bao. It's based off of like a anthropomorphized Chinese dumpling, or I don't know the exact kind of food.
Okay.
But very cute, and Incredibles is cute too. Jack is super funny throughout that whole thing. There's this scene where Jack is fighting a raccoon that I was just dying. That was very good. So I recommend seeing that. I'll probably see it again because why not?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Incredibles 2, good time.
I'm gonna see a bunch of movies this week. I saw the catch up. I had to catch up on Deadpool 2 and Solo. So
okay.
Oh right. Yep.
Those are both good.
Yeah. So before we move on, I have an update on Michael Jordan Steakhouse.
Good.
There's a
Update.
location in Chicago, which of course there is.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Wait, why is that? Of course there is.
Because he played for the Bulls forever.
Oh, Chicago Bulls. Okay, I mean, I'm not a basketball guy, so I have no idea.
Fair. So apparently there is literally table number 23 at Michael Jordan Steakhouse. That was his number.
Yeah.
But weirdly enough, it says table 28 in the description on the page. But it says table 28 is reserved for Michael, but when he's not there, you can sit in his place with your friends, family, teammates, or business colleagues. Take in the scene from his personal table while dining from a menu of Michael's signature favorites. The menu also includes expertly selected wine or beer pairings to complement each course. The table 28 menu is $800 for 2 and $600 for a table up to 4 guests.
Awesome. Great.
So
it's never being used. It's like there's always just this empty table there.
No.
That's crazy. Is this at all of them or just the one in Chicago?
I don't remember there being a 23 at the one that we went to, but I do remember there being some ridiculously expensive menu. So I don't remember being that high.
Okay. That's weird. That's weird. Okay, well let's do a video game podcast.
Yeah.
This is the top down perspective. June 17th. We have finished E3. We're going to talk about E3 for almost all this episode.
Yep.
So if you don't like E3, don't listen to this.
Yep.
But I mean, if you're listening to this, you probably do like E3. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
There was probably
I'm
something
Sean
there.
Booker,
I'm Paul Fleck.
I'm John Wheeler.
and I figured we would just like go through it like chronologically, and we'll throw in some like bonus stuff if when it feels right. Did you guys watch any or all of the press conferences?
I missed EA's and Ubisoft's.
Okay. All right.
I like
and I guess
Ubisoft.
Square's as well.
Okay, you really didn't miss that much.
I got to see the big 3. That was the important thing.
Yeah, there's the big 3. Well, I mean, to be fair, I think Nintendo's was one of the worst ones.
Agreed.
I thought Sony's was one of the worst.
I liked Sony's. My favorites, I thought Microsoft was awesome. Was very fun.
Agreed.
And I thought Bethesda was like very just solid. Like it got me excited.
I really like the things they announced, but I hate Todd Howard a lot, so I didn't watch it.
They gave me Andrew WK, so they're on a good side in my book right now.
I did watch that part, and then I turned it off.
Probably my favorite thing from the Andrew WK segment is I saw some comments like, hey, if you want to see like a weird Andrew WK performance, look up the one where he did the Gathering of the Juggalos.
Ah, yeah.
And they booed him and removed him from the stage.
Oh, no. What?
Yeah.
That's not cool.
So that's a weird video. I watched that, and then I watched like an interview he did about that. So if you want some weird Andrew WK Juggalo story, look that up on YouTube. Anyway, E3 video games. Let's start with EA.
Yep.
Paul, you said you put some notes. Perfect. Yeah. All right. So yeah, they started off with Battlefield 5.
Because of course they would.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's like
their
their
big title
thing.
this year.
Yeah. Yeah, so they showed a little bit of where it's taking place, and it is in what area is that now? In the like Netherlands region, right? During World War II?
Do not ask me any specifics about Battlefield 5.
Okay, fair enough.
It has girls in it.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, like, what's up with that?
yeah.
That's
Girls-
crazy.
Girls can't fight in wars.
Yeah, I mean,
Stupid.
we all
They don't know
girls-
how to
The
gun.
female hand can't. It's not even designed to hold a gun. They don't even have like enough fingers. How would that even work?
Wait, what?
Historically inaccurate. That's what I'm calling
They
shenanigans.
don't have enough fingers.
Battlefield 5.
Battlefield 5 looks
like.
like the next Battlefield.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it looks like it'll be a good game. That whole outcry about the girl thing is really fucking stupid.
As it always is.
It
Yeah.
always is, yeah.
Then FIFA 19.
Yeah, it looks like the next FIFA. Honestly, from all of their sports games, it seems like they're kind of just like going through the motions right now because they're probably good. If they're going to do something big or new, I think it'll be on the 20, on the next year one. So this is, all of the sports games looks like the next year of that game.
I don't think they're like ever going to do something big or new.
Probably not,
Yeah.
frankly. Probably
I
not.
think people were talking. Is this the first year where it's going to be the only soccer game because Konami's done?
I thought Konami announced at PES this year.
Okay, then if I'm mistaken, then what the other thing I may have heard is that might be the last one where there's actual competition.
Gotcha.
I'm looking it up right now. The 2019 is definitely a thing for PES.
All right, you have Star Wars next. Is this the one that the Respawn talked about?
Yeah, I mean, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and nothing was shown. They just talked to the dude in the audience that it's coming.
Yeah, like I feel like, and he seemed so just uninterested in talking because like he didn't come out on stage.
Yeah.
I feel like it was EA, and this is a joke I saw on Twitter where it was like, this, if you don't have anything to show, then this is your punishment. We're gonna find you in the crowd and we're gonna make you talk to the camera.
Yeah. No, totally. So that's what happened. They just went up to him and said, "What can we expect?" And he's like, "Well, can't really talk about that, but this is like the basics, and that might be
Yeah,
sometime
Star
next
Wars
year.
game.
We'll have
Yeah.
something to show
Take-
next year."
Takes place between 3 and 4, he said.
Yep.
I don't know. It's Respawn, so I'm already a little interested.
Yeah, totally. I'm with you.
Yeah.
What I found funny is that right after that, they did bring the Battlefront 2 guys out to talk about, like, we had a rough start, and here is more stuff coming that you can buy.
Right.
So that was kind of funny. I liked that.
But it was like very knowing. Like they were like, "Hey, we know we
Yeah.
kind of messed up.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're trying to do right by the community."
Sure. Okay. What did I write down next? I have a different window open here. Oh, Unravel 2, which came out that day as well.
Right. I was surprised because like I had just started playing this the week before
Unravel, yeah.
Unravel, and also I don't really, Unravel's kind of boring.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it has a lot of heart behind it, and that doesn't
Sure.
necessarily make for interesting mechanical gameplay. I agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
Two looks a lot cooler though, with like because it's all co-op based.
Yeah,
Also aesthetically, it just looks like a lot nicer.
it does for sure.
So I'm actually kind of interested in Unravel 2. But yeah, that's already out now. There's a second Yarny. It's a blue one. And they can like, if you can play it by yourself and they like combine together to be like a red and blue thing. It's interesting. And then they can swing
cool.
off of each other.
Yeah. Yeah, because that whole game is based around having two Yarnies, essentially. So if you're not playing it with somebody, you control both of them at
And
different
that
times.
gameplay demo, there was like this turkey that just kept chasing them. And like
Yeah.
that turkey was freaking me out, man. It was stressing me out. He wanted to eat them so badly.
It really did. Really did.
Yep.
After that was Sea of Solitude. So these were kind of talked about in a row due to Origin's EA is saying basically like we are still doing indie stuff and here's like 2 indie things that we're gonna have available. Unravel 2 was right away. The next one is called Sea of Solitude, and kind of the same thing as when the first Unravel was announced. They brought in the main person behind the game to talk about it, and she was very earnest in saying like this is a very personal game and stuff, and like won me over with her personality alone. I don't know what this game is though, like just straight up. It's a girl in a boat fighting her personal demons.
What they talked about, like this one definitely seemed very cool. Like I'm like probably the most interested in this game, except for like Anthem from EA. Is it was all about like different forms of feeling alone and like loneliness is what she was saying.
Yeah.
And the art style, it kind of looked a bit like Popo EO.
A little bit, yeah.
Maybe I'm referring to that because that was also like an EA joint.
It's very similar.
Yeah.
In feel.
It was a cool, like I'm interested in it. I want to see like how they convey that emotion or those feelings.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at the trailer now. Yeah, you're going through like a sea of arms trying to pull your boat down. There's like a bird thing.
Yeah. Basically, I want to see a little bit more gameplay, like actual gameplay. But it seems like it could be cool. And the same thing with Unravel. The girl they brought up sold it for me. It's like the only thing they showed that had heart.
Unravel they brought
it.
up. It was the same guy as last time, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Go ahead.
More sports.
Madden 19 coming to PC though is dope because that means that NHL might eventually come to PC, and I like that.
Okay.
No, I missed that part that Madden was coming. Like, because I don't think any of their sports games are on PC right now, right? And I assume Origin.
I don't think they are.
Probably no, they're not. But like, it'll probably be on Origin. I just want NHL on PC. That's really the thing I want. But Madden on PC, that's cool for people that enjoy those games.
They then showed off a mobile game, which I believe you can play it on Android right now, the beta version.
No, you can sign up to get access to it if they allow you to. You sign up for like their thing.
For Android? Okay.
Yeah, because I tried.
Command and Conquer Rivals, which seems a lot of people were just upset about this. That's what I was seeing.
So the reason I'm not too upset about it is because StarCraft and Blizzard have proven that people don't want RTS games, and this is probably the only way you can do a Command and Conquer game these days.
Yeah, so again, we said it's on mobile, which what I was seeing is people are like, this just looks like another mobile game they're trying to launch that they're just slapping the name on. So a lot of Command and Conquer fans are just like,
that's fair.
Kind of sucks.
That's totally what this is. But
I'm looking forward to it as someone who has literally zero investment in Command and Conquer.
Yeah.
But likes mobile games.
No, totally. Like the way they built it is kind of like a Clash Royale thing where you have control points, and like in RTS, you're creating units from your base against another person who is also creating units to take those control points and complete the objective, like when you hold the control points, you get things that will destroy the other enemy base.
Like you get resources and stuff, right?
Yeah, so it seems like just a fast, loose RTS thing. And, like, frankly, RTS genre has proven to be dying. When the biggest one can barely make it, and they make their game free-to-play, like, this is the way you have to go if you're going to make Command & Conquer. Like, I'm sorry, you weren't going to get an RTS Command & Conquer again. That just wasn't going to happen. Especially from EA, who actually cares more just about money and not making the games, really.
Sure. So. I was hearing one person say that it looked very similar to, I guess, the Titanfall mobile game that came out around Titanfall 2.
That thing was super fun. Yeah.
I never played that.
Titanfall Assault, I think it's called.
I don't know. Did you play it?
Yeah, it's super fun.
Was it similar, or was that person crazy?
This is much more stripped down than that. Much more. Yeah.
Okay. Well, never mind then. And then last, but the best one, Anthem.
Yeah, no, they actually showed what that thing is like straight up going to be, and that is a third-person Destiny, basically.
Yeah, with jetpacks, which I think is key. You have a double jump, you have a hover, and then you can just straight up Iron Man fly.
Yep.
Apparently, there's like a fuel limit or something like that, or an overheat limit.
That makes sense.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, for sure. But that just seems so cool. Like they showed they didn't sit on any like one gameplay moment for too long, but they showed some like flying through areas, and they like came into like kind of like an open cave system, and there was like a giant enemy there, and they just kind of flew past it after shooting it like once or twice. But how fun is that going to be, like flying around in that cave with your buddies attacking that like one giant beast?
Totally.
Like,
no, I agree with you.
I am so excited for this.
Especially since the best thing that Mass Effect games do now is the combat, and that so like I know they do combat. This is gonna.
I would say the best
okay.
thing Mass Effect games do is the story and the characters.
That's
and
not
the
at all true.
romances.
You played Andromeda?
I don't even know what game you're talking about. Mass Effect 3 was the last Mass Effect.
I would still say that Mass Effect 3, the best part about it is how good the combat was over.
Well, I mean,
else.
I'm in it for the story. So I don't know if I'm gonna get that from Anthem.
This is like Mass Effect 2 era Sean talking right now. Because Mass Effect story hasn't been good since 2. It just hasn't.
Okay. I mean, hey, agree to disagree. So I don't know. Even if there's not,
You hated Andromeda.
I don't like Andromeda. I'm not even thinking about Andromeda.
Okay.
I'm liking all the rest of the stuff. And one of the reasons I wasn't into Andromeda was the story and characters sucked.
Right.
Yeah. So even if Anthem doesn't have that stuff, which it sounds like it's not going to have it like any kind of like the romance options or anything.
Yeah.
I still like Destiny. So
totally.
I'll play some more Destiny.
Yeah.
February 22nd is when Anthem comes out.
Yep.
Which, remember that date. Keep that date in mind. Because every game is coming out on that date, it sounds like.
Oh, good. It's one of those, huh? I didn't actually notice.
Yeah, at least 5 major titles are on that day.
Fuck.
Oh, man, is it 5? I was thinking it was like 3 or 4, but February 22nd definitely came up like a lot.
It was at least 4.
Okay.
Ugh.
So overall, EA was just still kind of boring because sports, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah. You're not wrong. But I like seeing, like, concretely what Anthem is going to be and knowing for sure.
Sure. Well, okay, Anthem aside, what are you looking forward to from this list of games?
I mean, I think Battlefield 5 would be fun, honestly.
So one other game, is that it?
I'm optimistic about Sea of Solitude as well. But yes,
Okay.
that's it.
John, is anything from EA on this list interesting to you?
I'm curious about Anthem, but I'm worried it's going to have the exact same issue that I had with Destiny, and I just get bored of it too fast.
Okay.
I feel like
Is that
that's
it?
definitely a thing that's going to happen, which is why the way I get Anthem is to ensure that I have 3 other people to play with.
They were also saying, actually, now that you mentioned the playing with people, endgame stuff, 8-player raids, or am I confusing that with the Division 2?
You are confusing that with the Division 2.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
Because that's also kind of a Destiny game too. So we'll get to that later. To answer my own question, yeah, obviously Anthem, Sea of Solitude looks cool. I don't know what that game is, obviously, and like I'll probably play Unravel 2 when it shows up on Games with Gold.
Sure.
And Command and Conquer, I'll give that a try because it'll be free. So why not?
I mean, that's already out. That was out during like the conference.
Unravel, you mean?
No, Command and Conquer.
Command and Conquer is not out yet.
Yes, it is. They announced it was out the same day.
There was just Unravel. I mentioned earlier. You can like pre-order it on Android, but I'm quite certain Command and Conquer is not out. I think it was supposed to be. I think they said this summer.
Well, now you got me looking this up. 'Cause I swear to God, they said it came out.
I think you might be thinking of Unravel too, because that did come out.
No, and that.
Okay.
Hmm.
I mean, I would be excited if it is. I'll download and play some of that today. Why not? But I haven't. The thing is, also, I haven't heard anyone talking about it. And if someone was playing it, they probably would have mentioned it.
No, I guess you're right. Android users can pre-register to play an early access version of Rivals on the Google Play Store right now.
Yeah. I think they said summer or they said August. It was one of those two things.
Right.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All right.
So before we move on to the next one, I have
Yep.
I have another list up here. I'll just mention a couple things I think look cool that were announced between the next conference. Overkill's The Walking Dead. They showed that, and it looks like a good version of Dead Island. So
Okay.
I'm excited.
This is
Overkill.
based on the TV show universe, right?
I don't remember what it's based on because frankly, I haven't cared about The Walking Dead for years.
Also, it doesn't care. Hey, that comic series is still good.
I
saying.
mean, I've only read the first few comics, so
Okay.
but that looks cool, and I am excited to play that. That's coming out November 6th, so that's coming up soon-ish this year. Also, Code
Don't
Vein.
say that, man. That my summer just started.
Also, Code Vein looks cool because it's just dumb anime bullshit. Why not, right? And Indivisible. Indivisible is one I've been keeping an eye on for a little bit. So Indivisible is a 2D platformer game that, think like Hollow Knight, but every time you attack an enemy, instead of just doing damage to them with your weapon, you initiate a turn-based RPG format where like you split into 4 characters that are in your party, and you are all attacking that monster with whatever like different skills they have and stuff. So I think it looks really cool, and also the art style is really nice. And this game called Phantom Doctrine, which looks like a weird conspiracy theory XCOM thing, and I thought that looked cool as well. But that's
a cool name.
Yeah, for sure.
I haven't heard about any of these.
Yep.
All right, Microsoft. Like I said, this was one of my favorite press conferences.
Yeah, for sure.
John, you seem pretty excited on Twitter.
I think this was the best of show for me.
Okay. Although, like we guessed, I don't think any first party things are really happening this year except Forza 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll go through our predictions at the very end to see what we got right and wrong.
For sure.
Oh yeah, what do we have for EA? Did we go through those?
No, let's just do it all at the very
at
end.
the end. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Unless I guess we could split it up. I don't know. How do you guys want to do it?
That's gonna be harder because I have it on a different thing. We could.
Then we'll do it. We'll do it all at the end. Let's make it easy.
So when this started up, they showed the Halo thing, and I lost my fucking mind. And then it's like Halo Infinite, and then I was like, wait, what?
It's Super Mario Maker, but Halo.
Whoa, they didn't say that.
No.
What is interesting, Halo Infinite, they said it is the next part of Master Chief's story. But then why aren't they calling it Halo 6?
See, this is what, yeah. I need to see more. Like, I need to know what it is.
That's the thing, is they showed, like, nothing about this. They showed a Halo. Yeah. They showed Master Chief's helmet in his hand, I believe, right? Wasn't it like a kind of hip angle shot?
And then my heart stopped for a moment, yeah.
And then they said Halo Infinite, and that was it. That's all
they
showed.
And then my heart resumed, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, so this is obviously a ways off.
Yeah.
Probably next fall, right?
Sure, probably.
I had to guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, no idea. People are just real curious. Why is it Infinite and not 6?
Yeah. Maybe Infinite is 6, and they just don't want to go with numbers anymore. We don't know.
Maybe, but like, doesn't that seem odd for the end of a trilogy?
Yeah,
like, I could see that at the beginning of a trilogy, get away from the numbers so that like anyone jumps in.
Totally. Yeah, I'm with you.
Because like the end of 5, things are like not looking good for Master Chief and Cortana, and I could like just starting at this next one, it's gonna be like, wait, what? Where I wanted to just shoot like little purple guys. What's going on here?
So Sunslayer in the chat saying maybe it's a battle royale. Don't think for a moment that didn't actually cross my mind.
Oh yeah, no. With all the consoles they had on screen, I'm like, oh, they're gonna do a battle royale demo.
Could be. Yep. Maybe it's a battle royale.
We'll
Who
see.
knows?
We'll see.
Yep. In more important news, in my opinion, the Ori sequel.
Totally. Yeah, they finally showed
Ori
something.
and the Will of the Wisps. And hey, guess what? It looks even prettier than that last game. Which I figured would have been hard to do. That last game looks so nice. Seems like the music's great as well. You have like an owl buddy. Looking forward to hanging out with that guy. I think they said 2019 for that as well, so that's nowhere near soon.
But they showed like actual gameplay in this trailer at least, so at least we know that it's the same format, same everything, just the natural progression, I guess, of it.
Yeah, I was hearing people were playing it. There's like, I guess like a kind of like swimming through the sand mechanic, and then you like burst out of it, which would be like a higher jump than your regular jump.
Cool.
I don't know. I'm so excited. I absolutely love Ori, so I can't wait for that. This next game, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah, this is the From Software thing that we were teased about with that. I can't remember what the weapon was with that bloody
like
weapon and the rope.
Yeah, and we got that tease. Wasn't that at a Sony event?
I don't remember where it was, to be honest.
I thought that
with
was
you.
like a Paris Games Week or
I think
or
you're right.
something like that.
Yeah.
All we
Maybe,
got
yeah.
was it said like From Software, and then it showed, you're right, some kind of device that had a rope wrapped around it, which we now know is this dude's arm.
Right.
He basically has, it's basically just a cyborg arm, which I'm assuming you'll upgrade that to get different mechanics, because he was using it to like hook shot around
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I
think this.
excited for Ninja.
Yeah, no,
Ninja
I
Dark
think this
Souls?
looks cool. This looks actually what I thought Neo was before I played Neo.
Okay.
So that's cool. We'll have to see. I have to see a little bit more, but because that trailer is kind of a clusterfuck of just like a bunch of stuff happening, so it's hard to really tell what exactly is going on. But it seems like it could be neat for sure.
Then they some Game Pass stuff. Fallout 4's on Game Pass. I guess just in connection with that, I don't know if they talked about it here. They probably didn't. But Elder Scrolls Online is also now on Game Pass, as well as Division 1. So I've downloaded those. I started playing a little bit of Elder Scrolls Online because I wanted to just see what that is.
Right.
But that's cool. I mean, Game Pass is becoming a greater and greater service. Like, I would recommend Game Pass to anyone with an Xbox at this point, especially because like during E3 they were having a deal where you could get 6 months for $30. Like that is getting insanely cheap for
That's
the
really
number of
good.
games you're getting. Like that is such a good deal.
You could play so much Sea of Thieves.
You could play a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Fallout 76.
Yep.
So we had the reveal earlier. I guess we'll save most of our Fallout talk for the Bethesda one because they
Totally.
went deep into
Yeah.
that. So
Totally.
we'll keep going on. Here's an interesting one: The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. This is one of like the 3 games I guess Don't Nod is working on now, because they announced like another game while they were there, and they just put out Vampire the week before.
Yes.
This is the Life is Strange studio, and Adventures of Captain Spirit is a prequel episode for Life is Strange 2 that will somehow relate to Life is Strange 2, but it won't be like the same characters and stuff. They said there'll be like hints in there.
Right. Mhm.
It's free. You can like I don't want to say pre-order because it's a free download, but you can like set that up on your machine now if you want. It was like a kid putting on like costumes, and then in his imagination he was the superhero in whatever world he was thinking of. I got a big Costume Quest vibe from it.
Sure.
But I'm looking forward to that. I like Life is Strange quite a bit. This is coming out June 22nd, so that's real soon.
Yep. For sure.
And then we finally got some Crackdown 3 gameplay.
Yeah. I mean, they had to show something. They just had to.
Right. Yeah, it was recently delayed to, I believe, February 22nd, right?
Did I write it in the notes? I felt like I should have.
But I think I know it's February. I think it might be February 22nd.
I think you might be right. It's around that time. Yeah.
Which one?
Crackdown 3.
Yep, February 22nd.
22nd? Okay, so that is one of those. It looks like what I probably expected Crackdown 3 to look like. I guess is the thing. I don't know. I still can't be too excited about it until I know it's coming out that day.
They showed the character was just Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Which is great. I'm down for that.
That's pretty fun.
He fits in to that world. Sure.
He was blowing up a lot of stuff.
It is going to be an Xbox Play Anywhere, so I'm stoked to not have to buy an Xbox for it.
Right, and they mentioned it would be free on Game Pass, which I don't know why I didn't realize that, because in the past they had said all first party was going to be on Game Pass.
Yep.
But that just kind of clicked to me, and then I remembered, I have a pre-order for that game, because it was like, for some reason it was real cheap for a pre-order, so I was like, well, I might as well get this now
Yeah.
because I'm gonna want it when it comes out. But I canceled that, and I had that since 2017. I think I'd had that since like last July. But free is better than that.
Totally.
I'm looking at Crackdown 3's release date. I don't think they actually have a date. It's just February.
Oh. Okay.
But close enough.
Mhm.
Crackdown 3. I can't wait for that. I hope that's good, man. God, I hope that's good.
Yeah, me too.
Nier coming out on Xbox.
The full edition, so that's cool. People can experience that.
What it has a kind of a fun subtitle.
Become as gods version.
Become as gods. Yeah, that's what it is. Which I think that actually had leaked a day before.
I think so, yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
They showed some more Metro Exodus.
I'm excited for that game. I don't know why that's not getting more chatter. I think it looks real good.
I feel like just a lot of people don't play those games.
Perhaps.
They're not super popular.
Yeah. They're okay. You can check those out at some point. They're usually on Humble for cheap.
I hear that what's the 2-pack version called? Redux? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
I hear that's a good way to play those two games.
Yeah, probably.
So I might do that.
Yep.
They showed Kingdom Hearts. I guess that's coming to Xbox. That was an announcement.
It seems like everything showed Kingdom Hearts. There was a lot of that.
Yeah. Because Sony showed it. Wait, did Sony show it?
Yep.
Square Enix definitely showed it. And it was funny, in the Square Enix one, it was the same trailer as Xbox. But the Sony one, it was a different trailer.
Different, yeah. It was different stuff. It
there was
started
a lot
with the Pirates stuff, the Caribbean
The
stuff.
Sony one was the Pirates one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one was the Frozen one.
This one had Frozen, so that stupid snowman's in there.
Yeah.
Olaf looked happy. Let him live his life.
Fucking Olaf.
Let him have the dream.
Yeah, Olaf. I don't know. You guys excited for Kingdom Hearts 3?
No.
So here's the thing. The thing that I like about Kingdom Hearts
Finish
is
the fight, John.
The thing I like about
never
Kingdom
started
Hearts is just like seeing the different worlds and how they're represented in the game. But like, I hate the Kingdom Hearts story. I think it's stupid, convoluted, and garbage. Like, I just fucking hate it. But every time I see these trailers, I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I love it. I don't know. I'm not excited for it.
When like Hercules shows up and I'm like, yeah, Hercules. And then I'm like, wait, this is Kingdom Hearts. I'm not playing Kingdom Hearts 3.
Actually, watching these trailers makes me realize that like I'm out now, because like my Disney stuff was done in the other games. This is the new age Disney stuff. I don't fucking care about Frozen.
This one has like Nightmare Before Christmas and Tron.
Yeah, but those were in like 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know that.
Fair.
I think my favorite part about the trailers is that there were no sound effects for some weird reason, so the whole audio was just super awkward.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how that happened. People kept talking about the Kingdom Hearts one. I guess like one of the PSP ones is also real important. So like if you want the
Birth by
story,
Sleep.
You need to like play 1, 2, a random PSP one, and then I don't know, man.
Wait.
The PSP one's been ported to PS3 and PS4 at this point.
And I think, isn't it being like included in this game too?
I think it's the PlayStation version. You get like 3 other games.
Like included, yeah. That's hilarious.
And I'm actually, hang on, I'm gonna fact check that real quick.
I think if you buy like pre-order that, you just get those games right away immediately.
Oh.
I think that was the point of it.
So they're digital only, I'm assuming. So that they can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I would assume it's the ones that have story that you need to catch up on for new.
Yeah, Birth by Sleep is
PS4.
incredibly important for the story, as I've been told.
Fair enough.
And obviously 1 and 2.
Also, those trailers, the Kingdom Hearts trailers, are always just a mess of cuts of dumb shit, and they don't make any sense at all, which is kind of like endearing in its own weird way.
I cannot find this information anywhere. Okay. I just remember there was a lot of like, if you get the PlayStation one, you also get like Kingdom Hearts 1.5. Oh, here we go. The bundle includes all 3 PS4 bundle games: Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix, 2.5 HD Remix, and 2.8 HD Final Chapter Prologue.
Yep. I'm so fucking angry.
Thanks.
which is pretty much every game in the series combined
Okay.
into one. Into
What
three,
about
I
that
guess.
DS one?
I think one of the DS ones are
What about 365 divided by 2,
crap.
the square root symbol, and then a and then the poop emoji? What about that one?
Now I have to look at what the hell is even in 2.8.
I don't.
The question I always have for Kingdom Hearts fans is, do the titles, as stupid as they are, make sense? Like when you know the story?
Oh, you mean we were the 365 divided by 2 all along?
So 2.8 comes with Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance HD, which I believe is the 3DS one.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts Point 2, Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage, and Kingdom Hearts Cross back cover, which I have no idea what the fuck that is.
That's the really important
Oh,
one
it's a
that you
film.
better not
It's a
miss.
film. It's a movie.
It's the movie. Good. Then you can read all the
It's
comics.
a 1 hour movie.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
moving
Sea of
on.
Thieves. They're adding some new content to that. It's coming. Skeleton Cruise. I thought that was cool.
sure. Looks.
Still not enough to make me play it, but
They'll get
one day,
there.
one
They'll
day I'll
get.
go back to it.
They'll
and
eventually
I'll-
put the game in there. If No Man's Sky can put the game in there, Sea of Thieves can put the game in there. It's fine.
So like 2 years later, then.
Probably.
Like
Like
was No Man's Sky last year?
No Man's Sky technically is still this year because that big patch for the multiplayer.
No. When did it first launch? Was it last
Oh,
year or 2
launch.
years ago?
2 years at least.
I thought he said that patch was going to be like its own separate game and not actually just straight up No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky
one.
Next is just a patch. It's also coming to the Xbox, so that's what you might be thinking of.
Oh,
Must be.
I
Must
see.
be.
I didn't know it was
Um,
doing that. Cool.
Battlefield 5,
Yeah.
still shooting, guys. Forza Horizon 4, like I said, yeah, included in Game Pass. This one is all about seasons.
Yes.
And I was listening to one of the developers on the the Giant Bomb night shows. And the way it's going to work is, so past Forza Horizon games, when there was other players in the world, it was just their drivatars, so like kind of ghost versions of them.
Yeah.
Drivatars.
Yeah, I know, right?
This time, it'll be actual players in your world driving around up to a certain number. I can't remember what it was. And everyone who's playing has the same season. And the season changes once a week. And each time it changes to a new season or like goes back to a season, there will be new season specific events and they'll change. Like, so no 2 winters will be the same.
Cool.
Which
Yeah.
sounds very cool.
That does.
But yeah, they were showing how the seasons worked. The only ones that like really made much of a difference was like winter. Some of like the lakes will be frozen, so now you can drive onto them. And they said you will be
Yeah.
able to access areas you couldn't in other seasons because now there's no lake in the way.
Right. Okay.
Sounds cool. I was going into this being like, they're getting kind of samey. I've kind of done it. This season thing seems very interesting, and I love that there's just always going to be players going, and we can all like head to the one area and do these like co-op events. That seems cool.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Game Pass. Like, I was literally thinking like, because like I said, there was a part of me that was like, they're kind of samey. I don't know if I'm gonna like get this one day one, but now it's free.
Yeah.
Like, yo, get Game Pass. I can't stress that enough. It is such a good deal. Holy
Very
smokes.
true.
And it's gonna be on PC, right? Because they're all PC.
Yeah, this is a play anywhere.
Yeah. So Paul, you and me, we gotta go do some driving.
Oh, for sure. The only thing I was hoping is that when they release it on PC, I hope it's well optimized this time because the last Forza was terrible. It took like a week for them to get it right. So hopefully.
Okay, well, that's not too bad. A week.
That's bad when a lot of people are just like, I mean, it made me write it off. I wasn't going to wait a week. Fuck it. I got other shit to play.
Okay. All right. Yes. So the next bit was the companies that Microsoft has purchased in the last year.
This
and I
was
think
super interesting to me, anyway.
this was definitely interesting. I think they could have changed the order a bit so that it kept like getting more and more exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Let's just go through the order that you have, which I believe is the order they announced.
It is.
The Initiative, which I don't remember what they've done.
Yeah,
Who
I'm
is
trying
the
to
initiative?
remember. I'm trying to remember right now. Isn't it just the
Aren't they the guys who did State of Decay?
no?
That sounds right.
No, that's Undead Labs.
Yeah, that's Undead Labs.
Right.
I think they might be a new one.
Looking it up.
They
Microsoft
are.
established new studio, The Initiative.
They're new.
They must have announced that it did something. I don't know. Someone in the chat will tell us. Moving on. Undead
Yeah, okay.
Labs, you just mentioned it. They did State of Decay. Seems
Yeah.
like a good fit. State of Decay 2 just came out. It's on Game Pass already. So now they have those guys. Playground Games, the people that do Forza Horizon. So that's cool.
Yep.
That's very cool. Then I think this is the best one.
Yeah.
They bought Ninja Theory.
This
which,
blew
like,
my
whoa.
fucking mind. Yeah.
Like, but I like doing that. I feel like all these acquisitions, Microsoft is here saying like, "Yo, we're gonna have games coming. If you thought we weren't gonna be having games coming, like, just wait till next year, because we are making moves here."
Totally.
And then the Compulsion Games was the last one.
Yeah.
Who did We Happy Few?
Yeah, and the reason is
I-
because they showed We Happy Few after, and it's kind of new look from a survival-ish game to what seems to be BioShock, which people thought it was going to be originally.
Right.
I think after the backlash of when it first came out, they were
Totally.
like, okay, we need to change some things.
That's super interesting. Yeah. So when We Happy Few was announced last year, everyone was like, wow, this looks really cool. It looks kind of like a BioShock-y thing. I love this aesthetic and whatnot. And then when it went into early access a few months later, it was like a survival game. And people were like, this is not what I want. And now they've like rolled it back, that it still does have survival elements in there, but there's a lot more narrative going on.
In related news, it looks interesting to me now. Now I care.
I'm again interested in it, but that's just kind of like a weird idea of like, are they trying to chase something they didn't want originally, or did they just implement things in a poor order and they were always trying to go this? Like, I wonder how much the fan like desire changed what their original end product was. Do you know what I mean?
I think 100% changed it.
That's super weird, and that's super weird from like an artist making art standpoint as well. But you know, like you said, I'm now again interested in We Happy Few.
Yeah.
The game also has a cool logo.
Yes, it does.
And August 10th is when it's going to hit 1.0. They then had a real brief trailer for PUBG.
That's going to be Xbox Play Anywhere. So in theory, if you
so you can get PUBG on the computer.
Well, I mean, that's what
Finally.
Yeah,
Finally.
I know, right? That's why I was like, why would you even why would you even announce this? But whatever. That's fine. I'll play the broken Xbox version instead of the Steam version.
They showed a real brief clip of a winter map, like a snow map.
Yes, true.
So I guess that's exciting if you're a PUBG person.
Sure.
And you have winter 2018 down, which I guess is that when they're trying to hit 1.0? What is that?
I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition, which I thought this was a surprise. I was not expecting this to happen. But that is a very great Tales of game.
Cool.
So I cannot recommend that enough.
Apparently this had been teased like a week before or something like that. Someone found the Tales of website for it before it was announced.
It leaked again. I mean,
Yeah.
you should probably just assume everything we're talking about today was leaked a day or two early. at least.
Yeah. This was
Thanks,
confirmed
Walmart.
for multiple systems, PS4, Switch, and PC.
Right. Switch.
So here's the thing. A lot of these games, unfortunately, that Microsoft's been announcing are not platform exclusive, which is probably why some people are ragging on the press conference, but they had first announcement, basically, which is
Sure.
more so what I cared for than anything.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it makes their show exciting, but at the end of the day, why buy an Xbox if all of this is coming to PS4?
Totally.
And a lot of people were saying the same thing, actually. So it's an interesting thing.
But I think Microsoft knows that, and that's why they're buying all these studios to get some first party stuff coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said at the top of it, I think the only thing we've talked about here that is coming out this fall that is a first party game, it's Forza Horizon 4.
Yeah.
Everything else is coming. It's either third party or it's coming out in like February or next year, or it's Halo Infinite, and who knows when that's coming.
Right. Yep.
Then they showed some Division 2. And
Yep.
was this the trailer, or was this the one where we actually
trailer.
saw some gameplay? Okay, so
It was both. It was both.
What was the one where they were doing like the mission?
That was this one. They did trailer, then they did gameplay.
The gameplay
Where they had like the people talking.
Yeah, that. Oh my god, I hate when they do that shit. When they do the like people talking, the like in character role play of like being in the situation, even though they're like playing the game. I just, there's something about it that irks me.
Got some nice loot over here.
Right. Well, so why I brought that up and asked is, and again, I can't remember if this was in this one or when Ubisoft showed it, because they had a specific line where one girl was like, "Hey, I've been busy, so I'm a little underleveled, guys," and they were like, "Oh no, that's cool." And then the narrator or whoever was presenting made a point to say like, "Hey, we are focusing on end game content. Like, we want there to be a lot of stuff to do, and we want everyone to be able to like play that kind of stuff."
Okay, so that stuff you're talking about for the end game that they went into depth with, it was at the Ubisoft thing. The stupid line you're thinking of was from here.
Okay, so I'm like getting them mixed up, but
Because it's
anyway,
the same
we're talking about
presentation.
we're
Essentially.
talking about Division 2, so I'll just continue on.
Yeah.
So at some point they mentioned 8-player raids will be happening.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think the big thing is a lot of focus on endgame content,
Which they should have done for Division 1. That's why I'm mad about this.
Right. I'm just excited about that from like an across the board thing with video games, because like for Destiny, I finished that story and it's like, what is there left to do? Well, I guess I could do the raid, and that's about it. I can grind and do the raid, and then I'm definitely done. Like them putting a lot of work into doing stuff afterwards sounds very cool, and I'm excited to see what that'll happen. So I'll probably play some Division 1 now that it's free for me to get caught up.
I mean, you don't have to. There's not a whole lot in there.
I want to check it out.
Okay.
Like, I'm excited for 2, so I want to get my feet wet.
Okay.
They showed some Game Pass stuff.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the fast start thing. I think I kind of glazed over a bit when they were talking about this.
Yeah.
So Xbox has the suspend play feature. So when you turn your Xbox on, it's like the game is right back where it was. It doesn't need to relaunch the game. And they did something. They coded something. They programmed it better. Now it's like 2 times faster. I also thought I heard someone talking about, I think that, and this was after the conference, so they could have been getting it wrong. Wasn't it something like based on like trends which games they're playing, it'll like, and what you're playing, it'll download games for you?
Not sure on this one. I heard something about algorithms, but I super tuned out at that point.
Yeah.
They were talking about numbers and algorithms. I'm going to see if there's some info right now. Why don't you guys keep going for the next stuff?
Okay. Well, I mean, with this Game Pass stuff, they announced stuff that's coming in the near future and in the further future here. So Halo Master Chief Collection is going to be on there. And then, of course, like we said, Forza Horizon 4, Crackdown 3, when those come out, will be on there as well. Then they showed some other games that are coming more like within the next couple months or whatever, which include Ashen, Warhammer Vermintide 2, Afterparty, and Phoenix Point. That's basically what they did there. Oh, then, of course, The Division, ESO, Tamriel Unlimited, and Fallout 4 were released for Game Pass as of that conference as well.
Okay, so I was actually pretty close with what I was saying about Fast Start. So let me read you a few sentences here. Here's how it works. Fast Start identifies which files are needed to begin playing and prioritizes the download of those files first, enabling you to quickly jump into full fidelity gameplay while the remainder of your title downloads in the background. So I guess it's similar to like, hey, this title's ready to start, but then when you start the game, it makes you sit at the main menu because it's not actually ready to start. I guess this will actually happen now, is what they're saying.
Cool. They're catching up to PC. Nice.
And then the other thing is, unlike Ready to Start, which is manually configured during development, Fast Start uses machine learning based on how gamers actually play each game. What's more, as an Xbox platform level feature, developers will not be required to do any extra work for their titles to experience the benefit. While it does not speed up download times, it will prioritize the download of the specific files first.
Right.
And it's looking like it's going to be like half as long for you to get into a game when you're installing it.
Sure. This should just be across the board for every game company. This should just be a thing. But I'm glad they're doing it because Sony
Well,
isn't.
it sounds like on Xbox it will be because it's not something the developer needs to set up. It's something that the platform will do.
Right.
So if you're playing on
exactly.
Xbox, that thing will just install faster.
What I'm saying
which
is that like
sounds-
Sony should be doing this too, but they aren't.
Sure. Yeah. That's great for me because I can't tell you how many times like I received a game in the mail or whatever. It's like, can't wait to play this. Oh, hang on.
Yep.
It has to install for an hour and a half.
Yep. For sure.
Okay, where did we get to? Where are we at?
They showed a trailer of Shadow of the Tomb Raider. That's where we're at.
They must have showed gameplay. This is like the really dark one, wasn't it? Where she was just like putting mud on her body.
I believe that was that here? Because Square Enix had one as well.
There was a clip of that, and I remember seeing it. So
Because I remember actually I missed Square Enix because it was during the day. And I remember skipping by a whole bunch of uninteresting gameplay that I didn't want to watch when I was rewatching.
yes, so this one was just like straight up a trailer, but it had like some gameplay elements to it. It showed a lot of story, a lot of Lara screwing things up.
Right.
Right.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter where they showed it. Shadow of the Tomb Raider was showed during the conferences.
Yeah.
It looks like she's just like Batman now. She's basically Jungle Batman. She was like stringing dudes up. She was climbing around the trees, dropping down on them. And then you could like Predator style cover yourself in mud, which they didn't exactly say what that'll do, but she was just sneaking up on enemies and then just like ruthlessly stabbing them in the neck. Like, gone are the days where she is sorry about killing a deer. I guess she is now the Tomb Raider.
Yep. I like the setting being in like the Mayan stuff. I like the setting, so
okay,
that'll be cool.
I like those games a lot. I'll definitely play it. Sure.
Yep, for sure.
She had fear arrows, which I'm pretty sure Batman straight up has fear batarangs.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's fucking ruthless, dude. Some of those kills are gnarly.
Yeah. Yep.
So the next one I was super excited for because I thought it was a new Skate, and it's just a spiritual
so
successor.
did most of the internet.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I
I'm
guess we
sure.
should have said that was Skate 4 not being at EA's press conference. A lot of people thought it was going to happen, but I mean, like, was it really going to happen? Like, come on.
Like, no, probably not. But then when I saw the intro to Session, I was like, wait, what?
So Session has actually been kickstarted.
Yeah.
It was a Kickstarter game. And it's definitely going for what Skate is. Like, it even has in the
Yeah.
logo, like, the period at the end of the name, just like Skate does. So if you're looking for a Skate, you should definitely look at Session. I don't think that should be like a bummer that it's not Skate.
Right. Yeah, no, this is like the thing for sure. So I'm excited. I want to see more of this. And then they showed Black Desert's coming to Xbox, that MMO.
With the character creator.
Yep. Okay, let's get into the meat and potatoes of why we're here, though.
All right, this is the one I care about the most. This is
Just
why I'm
Cause
here right
4.
Yep.
You fight a tornado.
You're not wrong.
Hey, yo, I mean, I know I jumped ahead, but Just Cause 4 looks great.
It does.
You can now attach like 4 cars to each other and then like send them up into a tornado.
Yep.
That game looks absolutely ridiculous. So it's basically, it looks like Just Cause again, but now there's these like monster tornadoes that'll just show up around the map.
And you can wingsuit through. That's what I want to do in that game.
I'm excited. Like, they were attaching things to the ground and then they were being pulled up with the wind. I hope by the end of that game you get like a tornado gun.
That would be cool. Yep. Okay.
Anyway, back to order. Devil May Cry 5.
Hell yes.
Which had leaked earlier because someone had said like the URL was now being hosted on a Capcom server. So I was like, okay, this is real. Actually, talking about leaks, Just Cause 4 literally popped up on Steam the morning of this press conference.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, when you opened it up, you could like click pre-order now, and then it didn't actually go to a page that was set up, but like the image and everything was there.
Wow. I think we should let John take the lead on this one.
All right, so
excited?
Very, because it's back to being part of the mainline series. It's not DMC, the spinoff series that Ninja Theory did. Although watching the beginning of the trailer, you're in the minority on that one.
I liked DMC a lot. That is a very cool game.
So here's the thing: like at the beginning of the trailer, a lot of us thought it was a continuation because a character showed up that looked a lot like Dante from that series,
Like
but ends up as
black-haired Dante.
Yeah, but it ends up it was Nero. Like he's got like his hair cut really short, and he's also got his arm cut off. He's now got a cybernetic rocket arm that he can surf on, and it all shoots electricity. Okay. Yeah, like he shoots it. He turns into a missile and he jumps on it and starts surfing on it.
Okay.
Yep.
So
True.
It looks over the top stupid, which is exactly what I want out of the Devil May Cry series.
Yep.
This is a direct continuation after 4 because obviously you have Nero there. They show him with the demon arm that he has in 4, and it gets cut off. Which is why he has a cybernetic arm now.
So do you think I played a good chunk of 1. I played all of 3. I played about 20 minutes of 4. Do you think I can play this one?
Probably.
Why not?
4's game, like if you could do, you might want to play a bit of Nero's gameplay though, because Nero's gameplay is very different than Dante's. Nero had a sword that could like rev up and would unlock extra moves and do more damage.
Okay.
Dante is still playable. They've said there are 3 playable characters for this game: Dante, Nero, and a third character they haven't revealed yet.
Virgil.
I mean, if they did that, that'd be very interesting considering the plot of 4.
Okay, I mean, I haven't played 4. Spoilers for 4, I guess.
But yeah, no, I am curious to see how it would go. It looks fun. It looks like classic Devil May Cry. Nero's got all his moves, like the crazy grabs and slams and all that stuff. So they haven't shown any Dante gameplay yet. They like literally he wasn't in the trailer until the very end when he drove in on a motorcycle
with kind of like a shitty beard.
Yeah, he looks like he's just kind of been like hiding in recluse for a while. So we'll see if he's just like an
drinking
old man
a lot.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. But this also seems like a time jump kind of game, like a couple years later.
Yeah.
Right.
So we'll see what happens there. But I am super pumped for this.
How do you think
Nero
it's going to
had,
be
like, a
received?
Big fan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nero and some girl whose name I don't remember, but makes the mechanical arms that he uses. They drove in on like a van with the Devil May Cry logo on it.
Okay.
Paul, what did you say earlier?
How do you think it's going to be received? Because I remember 4 coming out and people being fucking pissed that Dante wasn't the first character you played and hating Nero because of it.
I mean, yeah, but then like you play through the game and Dante's there and he's really good, so I think they kind of got over it after a while. 4 is regarded as decent. It's not 3, but
right.
I don't know. I think after when they did DMC and the hardcore fans got angry, I think now like they're ready for 5.
Do you think DMC has done that? There will not be a DMC 2?
Well, especially not now that Microsoft owns them.
Well, I mean, it could just be. I guess I wasn't saying. I guess it could be like a Xbox exclusive, but that's not how that works. I mean, a different developer could make it.
Maybe. I don't know. I think that series is done, but like I liked the ideas that series had.
I really liked DMC.
So I do wonder if they're going to implement some of that into Devil May Cry 5.
Right on.
All right.
Next was Cuphead. There's some DLC coming next year where you play as Chalice. Is it Miss Chalice?
Miss Chalice. Yeah, like you can. They made it seem like you could pick whichever of the 3 characters you wanted to play as.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, in the first game, the 2 cups didn't do any difference, right?
No.
Yeah. So I bet she might do something different. I don't know. Who knows?
Theoretically, she would float, right? So probably the flying levels would just be her.
Well, no, because like the whole idea was that Miss Chalice was like dead and she was a ghost, but now she's brought back to life.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I just like that it's called
Cuphead. Are you guys excited?
Yeah, I'm ready to jump back in.
No, I'm done with Cuphead.
Okay.
I will definitely pick this up.
I'll probably end up playing it, but I have a gut feeling I'm going to get just as frustrated as I did playing through it last time. I am curious to see if they learned any lessons with it.
I don't think they changed any core gameplay stuff at all. Probably.
Well, they've been doing balancing patches since the game came out. Have you heard that?
I have not actually. No.
Yeah. So, do you
Okay.
remember how broken the charge weapon was?
I remember how broken most of that game was.
Yeah, they nerfed that to hell. Apparently, all the weapons are
good.
pretty. Yeah, and same with the glitch that speedrunners were using, the quick swapping of the horseshoe and the drop shot.
Oh. Why would they
Yeah.
fix stuff that makes that game fun? Okay, whatever. Whatever. So, yeah, the delicious last course, or DLC.
Very
as it
good.
were.
Yeah, a whole new island, so it means like at least like 8 bosses.
Yep.
Nice.
So, the next game, Dying Light 2, I thought looked good. I like Dying Light 1 quite a bit. The thing that I took umbrage with...
This was the
and-
parkour zombie game, right?
It's a parkour zombie game. The thing I took umbrage with, and which I always do, is that the dude came out to talk about Dying Light and said that your choices will matter, and I know that's just not going to happen in this game. Because that doesn't happen in any game. Your choices never really actually matter. So, that's what I took from this, but I think it still looks fine. It still looks like a good game.
Okay.
Yeah. Just Cause 4 we talked about. Okay, so... we knew that something Gears related was probably going to happen.
Yep.
When they showed a pop figure pop up, I lost my freaking mind.
Right. Yeah.
I laughed so
not
hard.
only is one Gears thing happening, they're making
Three.
3 different Gears games, which that is too much. There's too many Gears games.
So
Um,
I thought it was just going to be their Gears announcement was a pop figures coming out, and that was going to be it. So I was just like, oh, this is the best troll I've ever seen in my life.
Oh man.
But no, it's an actual mobile game made with Funko, apparently. And
oh yeah, Gears Pop.
Gears Pop.
We have no idea what it is, but that sounds like I want to throw up in my mouth.
I'm sure it's gonna be terrible.
And free, probably.
Then they showed Gears Tactics, which looks
Which
like
I'm-
XCOM.
Which I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
Which okay, I mean okay,
Yeah.
all right. And then they showed a trailer for Gears 5,
Yep.
and that's not coming out this year.
It is
Nope.
not.
In fact, we didn't get release dates for any of these, did we?
Oh.
But Gears
no.
Pop.
Pop, I think, might have been this year, but I know the other two were 2019.
Oh man, and Microsoft can put that on their list of 2018 games if Gears Pop's coming out.
Oh. We're stupid. The Coalition is Gears.
No one talked about the Coalition. It was the initiative.
that-
wasn't it?
Oh, the
Yeah,
initiative.
it
oh,
was the
okay.
initiative.
I got words mixed up. Gears Pop
Yeah,
2019.
coalitions existed for years.
Yeah. 2019, Gears Pop.
No, never mind. They're all
So I guess
2019.
Can't even
I
get
guess
Gears
none of
Pop
them.
out right now. What am I gonna play for Christmas?
I'm looking through the list. There's not much from Microsoft.
It really isn't.
Anyway.
That's the scary
Forza.
thing.
You're going to be still playing Forza and whatever they release on
Probably,
that time.
I probably will. Gears 5, yeah. I'm trying to think. It looks like you're gonna play as the female character this time,
Yeah.
which is cool. It based on the ending of 4. That was interesting. So, yeah, JD shaved his head.
And lost his arm apparently, or some shit, or got his arm burned.
Did he?
Yeah. Did you not see like where they had that weird cyber mesh on his arm when he started getting in pain?
Oh, yeah. Something was up with his arm, and he had to like tighten something, or you're right. I do remember that now. But yeah, no footage. 2019. So next year, next fall, I guess.
Also melee weapons, I guess, because there's one point she's swinging around like a giant fucking hammer.
Okay. Did they not have melee weapons before?
Not to that extent.
Okay. I thought maybe they had like one, kind of like Halo has like one, but I can't remember. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, you have Cyberpunk 2077 is next. I thought this was the very last thing.
This was the very last thing. There, like the next 3 things on the list after that were well before Gears. It was
All right.
Gears, then Cyberpunk, basically.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. Then the show floor got hacked, and it was Cyberpunk 2077, which I've been hearing from a number of people on Twitter. This was like the game of the show to go see.
Okay, I could probably see that. I wish I had seen it.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't look up any gameplay or anything about
Me
that.
neither.
But just so
I
many.
don't think there is any out there. I think there was only closed showing only.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, you got to figure out a way to sneak into seeing Cyberpunk 2077. Like, it was getting talked about a crazy deal. This is CD Projekt Red's next game. They said this is not coming out anytime soon. But it's like a Cyberpunk GTA, I believe. Which that sounds awesome.
Apparently, it has a lot of Deus Ex elements to it,
Cool.
which is also cool. And it's based off the old tabletop game Cyberpunk 2022 or something like that.
Yeah, it is based off a board game, I heard. I didn't know which one, but so that's good to know.
I trust CD Projekt Red, so I think it'll be okay.
Yep, for sure. And then, yeah, like we said, these weren't at the very end, but they showed a trailer for Jump Force, which is a anime fighting game, brawler. Looks like.
Yep.
I hope that's cool. I like Dragon Ball Z a lot and One Piece.
Well, you're lucky
Naruto
'cause
was there.
Goku, Frieza, Luffy, Naruto, L from Death Note.
No, Light from Death Note.
Oh, sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
Light and Ryuk.
Yeah. And then they showed a logo for Battletoads.
Yep.
That was about it. So who knows what that's happening. Are you guys excited for new Battletoads?
Maybe.
I was until nothing else was shown.
Yeah. Basically, that was just them saying, like, yeah, we heard you guys. You can shut up now.
Yeah.
2019.
I also don't. What is Hyper Universe?
It is a MOBA.
Okay. I don't remember that at all.
There was a montage of a bunch
that
of
was-
stuff. I just didn't. I had it there, but then I deleted it because we weren't going to talk about every game in that montage.
Okay. So that was Microsoft.
Yep.
Again, I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was a good
There
time.
was a lot of games in that. I think they said 50 game announcements.
Right. Not exclusive, obviously.
Yeah, the exclusive. I think they said only 15 exclusives.
Yeah, it was something like 15 exclusives, like 20-something world premieres or something like that. I can't remember. the
Something
specific
like that,
numbers.
yeah.
Square Enix. So we've talked about some of this stuff. They showed Tomb Raider again.
Yep.
They showed the new thing coming to Final Fantasy XIV, as well as a Monster Hunter World crossover.
I want to know what that is. I have no fucking idea. But
I
that's
couldn't
there.
tell.
Mm-hmm.
They showed Captain Spirit again.
Yep.
Dragon Quest 11. I was surprised to hear that we're only on Dragon Quest 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's
Me
like
too,
a Dragon
actually.
Quest game coming out every like 6 months.
They're usually remakes of the older ones.
Okay.
So Square Enix is weird because the two games I'm interested from them, they kind of just left ambiguous. So Babylon's Fall was there, and I don't know what the hell that is, but it
Brief
looks
teaser.
Yeah,
Yep.
so I wanted to know more about that, and The Quiet Man. I want to know more about that as
The
well.
Quiet Man looked
What?
utterly ridiculous.
Yep.
What is that? I have not seen this show. So what the hell is a Quiet
So
Man?
it was these live action like thugs in an alley, and then this dude in a hoodie shows up, and then it switches to CG,
Yeah.
and he like beats the shit out of them, and leaves like a brown paper bag on one of their back, and then it just says The Quiet Man, and it turns back into like FMV again, and he walks away, and that was it.
That's
And,
why
and
I
the
want to
whole
know
time
more.
he kept going like, shh. Like, he kept
Yeah.
putting his finger up to his lips when they would like try to talk to him or something, and then it's called The Quiet Man,
Yep.
and I have no idea.
Yep. That's,
So I don't know.
Right.
FMV. That's fun.
Yep.
Showed more Nier Automata coming to Xbox. Showed some Octopath Traveler, which that game still looks cool.
Yeah. The prologue demo's out now, apparently.
Oh yeah,
It
this
is.
is a second demo, right?
Yeah, so
Yep.
this demo apparently is like the first chapter of everyone's storyline, and if you save it, your progress directly transfers into the full game. So basically, you can get a jump start on the game, which comes out like next month.
Right. Yep.
Eco Clips dropped in the chat. I got an email about The Quiet Man. Apparently, it's a mix of live action segments and action gameplay, and it can
Oh
be
my
beaten in
God.
one sitting.
Really? Okay, I'm interested. That sounds so dumb. All right, I need to see.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what that means. Like, there must be some kind of like replayability stuff if they're like advertising that aspect.
Weird. Also, I'll bring up in the chat here. Apparently, there's going to be a level 70 trial for Final Fantasy XIV against a Rathalos, And Monster Hunter World gets to fight Kaiser Behemoth. So that's what
Those
that
are words.
crossover is. Yep.
Yep.
That's kind of I'd be interested to see how you put Rathalos into a MMO. That's kind of funny. Anyway,
So you gonna start playing Final Fantasy 14?
I have to catch up. That's why I haven't been playing it, because I'm so far behind. It's just never gonna happen.
Okay. What's that? More Just Cause 4. We talked about The Quiet Man. And they showed the same trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3 again.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Twitter feed was a lot of "that's it."
Yeah.
When this conference ended, so
I'm with them. Just as a heads up as well, I didn't put Bethesda or Devolver because I didn't watch those, so we skipped over those.
oh yeah, I thought this list seemed a little weird.
Right. Okay, you're right, because Bethesda was after Microsoft.
Yeah, it was. So we
let's
can do that
one
now.
right now.
Yep.
I have that open. I just have there's only a few things I can just run through it, and then you guys can jump in. I don't know if these are in order. They seem pretty close to an order, but they started off with an Andrew WK performance.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
So the party was started. That stage, but they're performing on, also seemed crazy because it was circular.
Yeah.
So he would talk to like half the audience at one time, and that would stress me out if I was giving a presentation and my back was to half the room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Anyway, Rage 2 is a game. I don't know, man. Rage 2.
People were saying it basically is like a Bulletstorm-ish game.
Okay.
Seems a little crazier like that.
Okay, but like
Cool.
open worldy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems
Sure.
more of a game than the first one was, from what people are
Sure.
saying.
Yeah, that's fine.
Also, apparently, Andrew WK is actually a character in the game.
Great. No,
So him being there makes a bit more sense.
yeah.
That makes
Also,
sense.
he's got a concert in Calgary in September. I might be going to. Because
Oh,
You
shit.
should. That would be a fun time.
Yeah, that would be fun.
And if you I've got there's this Juggalo video you should watch. It's on the Andrew WK News. Shameless plug. Rage. We're doing that for TDP Plus at the end of the month. So if you want to hear more thoughts on the first Rage,
I've been putting it off.
become a Patreon member. I've been playing it. They then talked about a bunch of Elder Scrolls stuff, including the card game Legends.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know that was on mobile, but that's a thing.
Yep.
So I guess that's coming. They said they're going to overhaul all the graphics this year. So I guess there's big updates coming if you're an Elder Scrolls Legends fan.
It's also going to be on PS4 and Switch, I believe.
It's coming. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You're right. And Xbox later this year. That's what I'm reading right here.
Cool.
Elder Scrolls Online. They showed a bit of a trailer for that
Somerset.
new Somerset. Yeah, I keep getting updates in that now that I started playing that game. And then the one I'm most excited about, which I think is the most exciting, was Elder Scrolls Blades, which is a mobile RPG in the Elder Scrolls universe. They've said, like, don't come looking for like the depth of Skyrim in this thing, but it's going to be a full-fledged RPG, they said. And they said you can play it in portrait mode.
Yeah.
Which got me excited. They then made a jerk-off joke.
Yep.
Ugh.
Because,
So, I don't know. I'll play that. You can pre-order it now, which, again, is a silly thing to do on a digital product.
Also, they said it was free, so why would you pre-order it?
Yeah, a free digital product. Like, I don't know. And especially on, like, iOS, the only function you get from pre-ordering it is you get a notification when it's live.
That's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I did pre-order that because, like, why not?
Yep.
But, so I'm interested. I really like that you can play it portrait. I love that they, like, thought about that. I'm excited to see what that'll do. I think this was the most exciting thing next. They showed a quick teaser trailer of the next Doom game called Doom Eternal.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that first Doom game I shouldn't say that first. I should say that last Doom game is awesome.
Yep.
And I really should play more of that game.
Yeah, you should. It's good.
Quake Champions is still a game.
I mean, it's officially out now, right? It's on Steam.
No, it's on early access or something like that.
Still? Damn. All right.
Like, they were like on a free trial weekend or something like that. Yeah, they said if you download the game this past week, you get to play it for free on free trial until the game officially comes out.
Okay, I see.
That is correct, yes.
Okay.
They talked about some Prey DLC that's coming.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be a like roguelike.
So that is out. That released that day.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So that's out, called Moon Crash. So it's not story DLC per se, but it's like a roguelike thing that you're supposed to play over and over again.
I've been meaning to check it out. I like Prey. That's a good game.
I think the like full edition, like the deluxe edition, came out like a week ago. So now's probably a good time.
Mm.
Actually, I'm going to change my Doom thing. This is the thing I'm most excited about. Wolfenstein Youngblood, which they said it's coming out 2019. It's the next story in the Wolfenstein remake, and it takes place in the 80s, and you play as BJ's two twin daughters, and it's a co-op game.
Yeah.
So
It's
I
an
don't
army
know
of
how
two.
I don't know how BJ is involved in this. How the story? I mean, that story's crazy, so I guess he could still be alive and whatnot. But
I'm really looking forward to that, or at least seeing more of it.
yeah, after Wolfenstein 2, like I am so ready for the next installment of that game.
Yep.
Now we should talk about Fallout 76 because
I think
they talked about.
before that they announced Fallout Shelter's on Switch now. Like it came out that night.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I downloaded it. It's the same
Me,
game.
I've been playing it. I like it.
Yeah,
That's
it's
my
fine.
first time playing it.
It's totally
Totally.
fine. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Like I remember downloading that when I was in like Latvia or wherever I was a few years ago and playing that on the train. That's a totally fine game.
Yeah, it is.
Fallout 76. So yeah, they talked about more what that is. It's a prequel to all of Fallout. The map area is 4 times as big as it's ever been. Set in West Virginia, and it's all about like interacting with like other like actual players. So they said there's not going to be
multiplayer.
It is multiplayer. You can group up with people. They said you can definitely play it single player, but it seems like it's more encouraged to play with a group of people. And you're basically kind of setting up like your own little towns and whatnot, and you can just pack them up and move around to a different spot, similar to like the capsules from Dragon Ball Z or something. I don't know. You can pack
Right.
up all of your equipment. They said you're not going to be coming across like hundreds of players. It's going to be closer to like dozens. So, coming across someone will be like pretty impactful. I think when they said that, they then showed someone coming across somebody and then killing them immediately and then looting all their stuff.
Yeah.
Or you can like team up and work together to take on quests and stuff. They said there is definitely going to be narrative quests and a narrative focus. So it's not just a survival game. And then the most interesting thing I thought was that they said they're still going to have nuke towers there, and you will have to go on quests to like find the nuke launch codes. And then if you want, you can just set off a nuke and you can like point it at someone else's base and just destroy them and then go
Which
loot all their
is
stuff.
Bonkers.
Yep.
That is bonkers. That's probably the thing that's actually got me interested in the game.
Yep.
It's definitely interesting. Or you could just not set off the nukes.
You could be a protector of the world, or you could destroy it.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious if from a story point, they're going to be like, yo, this is what actually set off all of the shit in the rest of the Fallout games is you setting off all these nukes, you idiots.
Mm.
That'd be fun at the end there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That seems really cool from just like a social perspective. It got me interested in a series I don't typically play a lot of. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely like my ears are perked up now.
Sure.
Seems like a cool thing.
Yeah.
That's out November 14th.
Yep. I'm looking forward to it.
Then they showed a logo for Starfield, which is they said that is a ways off, but that's their like own new IP space game they're doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then they showed a logo for Elder Scrolls 6, and they said this is going to be coming after Starfield. Which
Yep.
all I can assume is they were like, all right, stop asking us. We'll say that we're working on it. Like, of course we are.
Yep.
And actually, they had a pretty funny gag where they're like, when they were talking about the Elder Scrolls stuff, and it's like, here's the one you've been waiting for. And it was Skyrim for the Amazon Echo.
Yep.
I think it was Alexa, but yeah.
Alexa.
So, sorry, Alexa and
Yeah.
Echo. Sorry, they work
Yeah.
together. You're right. Which that was that. I think that's a real thing, actually.
Yes, it is actually real. They actually did do this.
Right. So this is like a old school pen and paper RPG. I forget what's the actor's name that they had doing it.
Kenan Michael Key.
Yes, he was like yelling at his Alexa about trying to fight this dragon and then eat like all the cheese. And I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a pretty good thing. I like that it's real, and they didn't even mention like, hey, by the way, this is an actual real thing. They basically just left it like, haha, isn't that a funny joke? What if we did that? But then it was like out. I would play that. That seemed fun.
Yep.
So yeah, Starfield's not coming for a while. They said Elder Scrolls 6 is not coming for even further. So I'm kind of wondering why even like show any.
I think because they felt like they might not have had enough. So
I don't know. They had a lot of stuff. I thought this, like I said, this and Microsoft are my two favorites. I thought this was such a solid, like, showing Bethesda was.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what they felt.
I think the Elder Scrolls thing was just to shut people up, straight up.
Yeah,
that's what
easily.
that was.
Right. And we know nothing about Starfield or Elder Scrolls 6, obviously.
Right. Yep. I'll take the reins for Devolver. I have three things to talk about
Devolver.
from it. Okay.
I watched that lady getting shot at the end.
Yep. Which was just RoboCop 1.
Yeah.
It's true, yeah, now that I think about it. Yep.
They showed a game called Scum that's coming. That's apparently a survival game, probably with some battle royale by the looks of it mixed in, where there's shooting and a mech at some point and a dude wearing a bear thing, and I don't know, man. That seems like a weird fucking first person something. I can't tell what it is. It seems like it's going to be a survival battle royale type thing with just whatever they want to put in it is in it. So interesting, I guess. And then the dude that dies in that trailer comes back at the end, as per government regulations that all contestants will be turned into zombies or something. I don't know. Whatever. The thing I want to talk about, well, there's two things. So my friend Pedro looks hilarious and good. It is a 2.5D platform shooter type thing. So think like Shadow Complex type of style, right? Except you are playing like almost like a Hotline Miami murder puzzle game, and your main character is a ballet dancer. When I was
scrubbing through.
He is a ballet dancer doing like really classy moves.
Is this the one where like the bullets were like bouncing off of stuff?
Yeah. That's the one.
Deflected into different ways. Okay, I did see a little bit of this.
And he's doing little spins and like just being really dainty about everything. I just thought it looks fun. That's
okay.
The thing I want to talk about is that they're bringing Metal Wolf Chaos back to everything.
Hell yes!
Right,
finally.
Which they had teased about.
Yeah, they teased this a couple days before on Twitter.
Yeah. So that is an old mech shooter game, and it is coming out this year for I think everything.
Not Switch, but PS4, Xbox One, Steam, I think.
Yep. So
2004 original Xbox game, Japan only, done by From Software, about the President of the United States becoming a renegade mech pilot and trying to save America from the Vice President.
Goddamn right.
It's really good.
Yeah. In the dumb way. Yeah,
in a dumb way.
Sure.
The acting, the voice acting is terrible, and the dialogue is terrible, but that's what makes it amazing.
Yep. But more importantly, this means that maybe Chrome Hounds will come out again at some point.
Why is everyone so excited for fucking Chrome Hounds?
Because we need a giant multiplayer mech game that's good.
I guess
that's why.
It's just funny because every time someone's brought up Metal of Chaos, they're like, Chrome Hounds! Like, shut up! I've been waiting for this for a decade.
I mean, there's other mech stuff coming that we saw that I'm also excited for. So it was a good year for mechs, I will say. We can move on to Ubisoft. I just wanted to get that out.
Ubisoft, I would say, was fun. It was a fun press conference.
Yep, I liked it,
and they know it. They started with Just Dance, with a big dance number coming from the outside, coming inside.
Somebody referred to the panda as strangely sexy, and I don't know how I feel about that because I don't agree.
Okay.
No.
How do people play Just Dance nowadays when no one has a Kinect anymore?
Probably
no one has
probably
play
Switch.
It on the Wii because it's been still announced for the Wii.
You're right. They are doing a Wii version, which I thought was insane. But But that game is coming to PlayStation and Xbox. And if you don't have a Kinect or the PlayStation camera, which is probably most of the people with that console, how do you play that game?
The way they should do it is put it on the Switch, take the Joy-Cons, one in each pocket, so it can track how you move your hips. Done. Easy.
I mean, it'll probably just be the hands, like
totally.
Hands, like
totally.
That's the whole point.
You can't do that for the Xbox and PlayStation. So
I
heard
know.
one person mention like maybe it'll connect to your phone because they have had phone integration before, but it's like I bet there's a lot of players that don't have phones, like kids. When is it just going to be like follow along and we'll give you a random number? That's your score. I'm honestly super curious.
Yeah.
Or are we gonna get the old Kinect only purple boxes back?
Well, doesn't the PS4 controller have like gyros or something in it?
Yes, the PS4 one I do believe does. So do you just have to like hold one with both hands, or do you hold it like sideways? Like that sounds awful.
Oh yeah, Homer says there is a Just Dance controller app for phones.
Okay, so I guess
Great.
you need that. So you need to have a phone as well.
Yep.
Weird.
Yeah.
Definitely weird. They showed a big long trailer for Beyond Good and Evil 2.
I was surprised. I was super surprised. And the way that ends blew my mind.
Yeah, so I haven't played Beyond Good and Evil, but I know you play as Jade.
Yeah.
And it seems like Jade's the bad guy in this, although this is a prequel, and she's like it seems like she's a space pirate in 2, but wasn't she just like a photographer in 1?
Yeah, well, this is a prequel, so apparently in the first one they reference her past, and I guess this is said past.
So she just like fell on hard times and had to get a job as a photographer as opposed to the lucrative space pirating.
This game probably explains it. It was probably like a case of she wanted out or something.
Okay.
Yep.
No, I've always just wanted to take pictures of food and celebrities.
You're damn right.
Yeah, I should play that first one. I haven't played it.
Yeah.
I think the thing worth talking about is the hit record stuff with Joseph Gordon-Levitt that they did at the end of this part.
So what the hell is the deal with this? Because I've been seeing a lot of outrage over this.
So this is the thing, is that I need to know how this works, because there's either an okay way that this works or a really gross, exploitative way this works.
Okay. So I've been looking and listening to a few things. Hopefully I can answer where the confusion is. So Hit Record is a company that Joseph Gordon-Levitt founded years ago that's all about kind of user creation stuff and like, you know, if we all it's all about like a lot of people contributing to like one project.
Yeah.
And then to make like a piece of art or something like that. And it can be, it started off as like a video specific thing, but they've done music and other things now. So he did come out on stage and say they're working with Hit Record. And what they want people and fans to do is to submit like full songs, radio plays, like artwork that they can put as like billboards and graffiti stuff for in the game to help like basically kind of dress the game and make it feel more realized, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is typically something that Ubisoft would have done, like the developer.
Right.
So you're right. The initial reaction was like, well, this is weird. They just want us to like give them free work. And then a tweet came out from Joseph Gordon-Levitt that basically said like, this wasn't stated because, and it should have, we screwed up, but there was a version of their script for the conference that was cut short. And they did want to mention that they are going to be paying for this, like the work that you submit, and Hit Record has always paid in the past. And if you go to their website, I can't remember how much it was. It was like they've given out like $3 million up to date for their past work. So they will be paying for this. Another thing I then heard was that they only have like a budget from Ubisoft for about $50,000 to be paying for the stuff they're doing for Beyond Good and Evil 2, which is not a lot.
No.
But I don't know how much it is based on like what kind of work you're submitting. If you want to hear like a really good discussion about this, I would look up the Waypoint podcast where they talk about the Ubisoft press conference, because they go like way deep. This is where I'm getting all of my information from, but they're talking like as a freelancer, this spec work is not always great because you don't get any kind of percentage based on like the profits like the game would be making, and this would be considered spec work, and how is that going to come into place? So this is definitely a real interesting thing. Like someone at Ubisoft is going to be looking at, I bet tons of people are going to be looking at like how this successful is this, and when going forward, is having
Okay.
this much user creation.
So what I had heard is that they only pay people for their product that they do use. Does that mean people that have submitted and don't get chosen just like gave their intellectual property and time for nothing?
That I don't know. I would assume that, yeah, if they're not going to use it, it's not
They're
like
not
they're
gonna pay
giving
for
their
it.
intellectual property. They're not just going to be like, thanks for the idea later.
Well, because I
Maybe,
heard
like,
the
maybe
idea
not
is when you
interested.
submit it, you are submitting all rights associated with it on the chance
Oh.
that it gets chosen, which is
That I
like
don't know. I
disgusting.
haven't heard that.
Okay.
I would assume that's not, because you're right. That is
I would
disgusting.
hope so.
And
Yeah.
just from the way or how long Gordon Levitt's been doing this, it seems like if he had been doing that from the start, he wouldn't be around anymore with Hit
That's
Record.
true. Yeah.
Well, I couldn't imagine it being the case. And also, again, I don't know if this whole like, our script got cut short is real. But the fact that he did come out on Twitter basically saying like, hey, we fucked up about the messaging on paying creators and stuff. We definitely are doing that. I think that at least speaks to him trying to have a level of transparency
Yeah.
and being a good person and whatnot. So I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm super curious. Like, this is like a new thing.
Yeah.
How this goes going forward. I'm gonna be watching.
I bet it did get cut. This whole conference was a mess. A lot of mics were left on for the people in the background. You just heard them like chattering in some spots when something was starting. Like, it was weird. This whole thing was weird.
Right. But yeah, but I think the best way of looking at this is because the lady that came out to talk about Beyond Good and Evil 2, she definitely seemed like, hey, this is like a passion project for us and the fans. People have been asking about this for years, and we want these fans who are so dedicated to this game. We want them to be a part of it. Like, that's the best way of looking at it, and that's how she was describing it. And yeah, the mic thing you're talking about, it definitely did happen like after this segment where she like walked off and she's like, "Yo, we nailed it," which was kind of like endearing, because it was like, "Go you!" Like, you clearly care about this game.
Yeah.
Like, that was kind of nice to see / hear.
No, it's real cool. I was just waiting for the one person to be just like, that was fucking bullshit or something as they walk off stage.
Yeah, so like I said, if this whole Hit Record stuff does sound interesting, I definitely recommend looking up the Ubisoft conference podcast that Waypoint did, because they go super in depth with their thoughts and stuff, and it's really interesting to hear about it.
Sure. This next thing I put on here because I'm interested in these weird esports documentary things that are coming out always. So Rainbow Six Siege has one of those coming out, and other than that, Rainbow Six Siege, they just had a person come out saying that they're gonna keep going, and thank you for how good it's been, and blah blah blah. There was no real new announcement or anything.
I didn't even know these were a thing. Do they already have documentaries out for other games?
Yeah, there's one focusing on some Dota people, one focusing on Fatality, the old one of the original like
Quake
MLG
player,
players. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a bunch of them. Yeah.
Next game was Trials Rising.
I was excited.
So it's a new Trials game, and it's going to be on Switch.
Yep.
So what the hell was the presentation for this? Was it someone who just came in and crashed into a bunch of stuff?
Yep.
Oh, right. I was going to just go past this. I forgot about that. Yeah, some like Evel Knievel looking dude
Yep.
came in on a tiny little bike, and then he came in through like the back door, so he like drove past the audience, and he like walked on, then he like kicked his bike over and walked on stage, and then he fake fell into his podium and just broke it.
Oh.
And he was shouting a lot. I don't know. It was weird.
It was
and
awkward.
silly.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Division 2, we kind of talked about that a bit. It looks like the Division has me interested in. I'm going to play that game.
Okay.
Again, that first one is free on Game Pass.
Yep.
They showed another trailer for Mario and Rabbids Donkey Kong Adventure, which that game looks great. They still have not given a price for that thing yet, which I'm finding crazy.
Well, because the season pass is already out. You could buy the season pass when the game first came out, so you already technically know the price.
They are selling it standalone though.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Yeah. So I've been trying to find out. Do you know how much the season pass is?
I think it was like $50.
Whoa, really? I thought I heard 20 from someone.
Well, that might be more right. Hang on now.
Because if we know the season pass price and we know the 2 pieces of content they've given before, how much those are individually, we can kind of make an estimate on how much this will be.
No, I guess you're right. $20.
Yeah. So even if it is $20, I'm assuming standalone it's going to be 10 or 15. This is coming out, I believe, June 26th as well. Which that's the Captain Awesome date. So that's a cool date coming. I thought I heard someone talking that this thing is supposed to be like 8 hours long. Like it's going to be a good chunk of content. So I am definitely real excited about that.
Cool.
Skull and Bones, the
Oh my God.
pirate game.
Looks so cool. I love it. I loved everything about that presentation of that game.
I don't think this is a game for me.
Oh, it looks so good. Controlling the ship and just like when all those cannons go off at the same time. Fuck. So good. Oh my God.
My thing with it is it's the ship combat from the Assassin's Creed games. I played a lot of that in Black Flag. I played a lot of it in Rogue, and I did not enjoy playing it in Origins, and I think I'm just like tired of it.
I have not played it
That's
in
fair.
any of those things that you talked about, and I am looking forward to it.
Right. So, and we'll talk about it a bit later, but Assassin's Creed Odyssey sounds like it's going to have a ton of boat stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, no. I want to play Odyssey, but I just don't want to play the boat stuff. We have a Ghost Kid in the chat saying, I think I saw the standalone Donkey Kong Adventure price was 15. The season pass was 20, I believe. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good estimate. At that point, you might as well just spend the $5 and get like the bonus challenge rooms. Like, cause why not? It's
Probably.
$5.
Probably.
Yeah, and you get like some extra weapons as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Transference. Oh, this was the Elijah Wood thing, right?
Yeah.
That came back. I had forgotten entirely about Elijah Wood's weird game.
So Elijah Wood is the Spectravision guy, and Ubisoft is working with Spectravision for this, for the VR thing or whatever. Psychological thriller. Sure, I'm in.
He was like, have you ever wanted to like go into someone's mind and read their worst thoughts? And it was like, no. What are you talking about?
Yeah, absolutely not.
I had completely forgotten about this game. Yeah, but his weird VR like mind reading thing. I still have no idea what this game is.
It looks like if you've ever seen the movie The Cell.
Nope.
Or do you know? Okay, so The Cell was a 90s Jennifer Lopez movie where to catch a serial killer, they had to go into like his mind or something. They had to go into like a serial killer's mind or something for some
Elijah
reason.
Wood in it?
No, but this is basically that. It seems like you're just like in these weird, horrific dreamscapes in somebody's brain.
I've seen Lord of the Rings, and Elijah Wood was in that. Is it kind of like that?
He was also in Sin City.
No.
I've seen Sin City, and he's a weird dude in that. So is it kind of like that?
I mean,
I also saw the first episode of that one with the like fake dog guy.
Wilfred.
Wilfred. Is it kind of like that?
It's exactly like that, actually.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Man, that game's so weird. I have no idea what to think about that game.
Yeah.
Starlink Battle for Atlas.
Yes.
This is the game. They announced it last year. It's a Toys to Life game. I guess they didn't get the memo that those don't work anymore.
No,
they're still going.
This is the thing, is that when I saw this, I was just like, holy shit, they made a game that you can actually use the toys in. Like, this looks like an actual game.
This is the one where the toys like connected to the controller.
Yes. I think
I don't know how that works on. It is. Yeah, it's the one that like connects kind of to the back of the controller. I don't know how that works if you're playing handheld Switch.
Does it not have like a reader for Amiibo in handheld?
I mean, maybe that is how it goes.
It's probably.
But in all the other versions,
it does, because
to the controller, like it was attached to the controller.
Like the Joy-Con itself, the right Joy-Con has a built-in Amiibo scanner.
Yeah. I'm saying that's probably how it does. So if you're playing it portable mode on the Switch, you just don't get to attach it and have it on top of your controller like you can on the other consoles.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe clip on or something. So the thing about this is that it's coming to Switch and Star Fox is there. So finally, Star Fox is in a game that people will like. Maybe.
Who knows? We have no
Hopefully.
idea what this is. I've been hearing some weird concerns with this game because apparently like for Toys to Life games when they were thriving for a little bit. Like the place that had all of them was Toys R Us.
Yeah.
That's not an option anymore. So a lot of people are thinking like maybe Ubisoft was just like too far along with this thing and they just kind of like had to ship it to try and get some money back. Like it's weird that anyone's still doing Toys to Life that isn't an amiibo. Yeah, there is. Star Fox is in it. Are you guys excited? You're gonna like?
I'm curious about it.
Yeah,
so.
Me too.
And so is Star Fox enough to make you do the Switch one, or would you rather like the better looking version on like the Xbox or whatever?
I would do the
I mean,
Switch
if I was
version.
going to get a version, I'd probably get the Switch one, yeah.
Okay.
For Star Fox specifically.
Just for Star Fox?
Yep.
Yeah, it was interesting because this was the only Star Fox news, and we had a bunch of like kart racer stuff going around.
Yeah.
That I even heard people saying, like, I was hearing from like some pretty credible sources that kart racer is a thing. So maybe that's still happening, but no word on that at E3. For Honor, that is getting an update. Looks like Ancient Chinese Warriors. I forget what the actual name of it was.
It's Marching Fire is the name of the update, where the Wu Lin,
I mean, that's what I said.
The Wu Lin faction will be available with four new combatants along with them, and a new mode called Breach, which is basically like the payload thing in Overwatch. You're basically escorting, as attackers, you're escorting a payload or the catapult. They're not catapult. What are they called? The battering ram. Yeah, like a battering ram to like break down two giant doors and then attack the other opposing team's like leader or king or whatever he's called, and yeah, then you switch spots, I'm guessing, the next round, and you defend against it as well. It seems neat, and more importantly, that starter edition is free for one more day as
PC.
of this recording on PC. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
so if you're on
18th.
PC,
that
you might as well get it. I was hoping it was going to be the starter edition would be free on console because that's where I would play it, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
It's like
we played
$15
this
right now.
We played this Friday, actually, a bunch of us, and playing 4v4 randos that had obviously been playing for a while shows why For Honor, like any fighting game, is impenetrable when it's been out for 2 years and you haven't been one of the people playing it that whole time, because people will fuck you up. You are going to get destroyed. However,
another good example though of Ubisoft supporting their games long past launch.
For sure.
Which that just kind of makes me wish that like one of the games I've been playing was getting supported for that long. The closest I have is like Overwatch, and I did play that for a while, but like none of the games I play regularly gets that much support for that long.
Sure.
So
Playing
cool
that game
Ubisoft.
is super fun though. Like we did some custom 3v3 games, and it was probably some of the most fun I've had this year in gaming. It was so good.
The Crew 2, that's still coming.
Yeah, that's out in like a week.
Okay, I have no attachment to the Crew game.
Yep.
And then Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which that is coming out this year. As much as I was hoping it was going to wait, because I don't want them to go back to an annual timeline, but it's coming out. It looks very Origins. Everything they showed looks very much like Origins, but now it's in like Greece.
Yeah.
And I think it's set before Origins is what I heard, which sounds weird to me because Origins was the start of the Assassins. So then what is this?
I mean, aren't you fighting? You're a Spartan, right? You're not an assassin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, before you were a Magi, but you started the Assassin's Guild, which they only called the Hidden Ones, and then
maybe this is a Templars. That's a neat guess.
Maybe how the Templars started. Maybe
that's a cool guess. I like that. Hopefully, yeah, but I have no idea.
This one they showed. There's two different characters you can play as. It doesn't switch back and forth like Syndicate did.
Right.
There's the dude, and then there's the one that my Twitter timeline is obsessed with, Cassandra.
Yeah.
There's romance options all over the place. I think you can just hit on like any character you come across.
I mean,
and
it's
there's
Greece,
dialogue
of course.
options.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. Looks cool. Again, it looks fun. I wish there wasn't boat stuff, and I wish it was next year. But I'll probably still play it. Actually, because they confirmed it for this year, I am really trying to finish all of the rest of the stuff I have in Origins, so I can have as much space between them as possible, so I don't get burnt out. So I've been playing that a bunch.
Do you mind if I jump in with some PC gaming just highlights quick?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't watch
PC
this,
gaming
so
conference,
was there
I
stuff
forgot.
cool?
Okay, so Satisfactory is coming out, and it looks cool. It is a city builder mixed with Factorio, like factory building elements, and space exploration, like No Man's Sky, where you are building a colony. And I think it looks freaking awesome. I think it looks really cool. So that's Satisfactory. NeoCab seems like it is going to be, what's that game now? The one where you're mixing the drinks. Valhalla, like where you're talking to people. It's a narrative-driven game where you're talking to people and finding out what's going on in this world or whatever in a futuristic cyberpunk setting. But instead of a bartender, you are a Uber driver talking to people and like kind of trying to stay off the grid because of some things that might be going on. They're adding some stuff to Hunt Showdown, which is crossbows, and I think that could be kind of cool. Doesn't really fit with the whole theme I thought they had of cowboys in the Wild West, but apparently they didn't want to go with cowboys in the Wild West. They just wanted to go with horrific, like weird Western setting, I guess. So crossbows will fit, I suppose. There's a game called Forgotten City, which apparently anybody that commits a sin in this city kills everybody in the city. So the idea is you're trying to find out what's going on here without like killing people or stealing or anything that can be considered a sin. I don't really know how it's going to work, but it looks like a first-person shooter roguelite type thing, and anytime you die, you would start as another character trying to figure out what's going on here as well. The Sinking City, which is what I'm more excited about, looks like a game that is going to be like a detective game, like those old Sherlock Holmes games, because it's made by the same people, Frogware. And you are going to be investigating what's going on in this H.P. Lovecraftian city that has gone to hell, essentially, and it sounds super fucking cool to me. What else do I have here? That Sable. Sable is also an Xbox Play Anywhere game that they showed in the montage, but they showed a little bit more here. It is a game, it looks like an open world exploration adventure game. But the thing that I like about it the most is its art style. It's done in the old Jean Giraud, or Mobius, as most people know him, style of just like very flat.
Is this the Machine one?
The Machine one?
Where there's a bunch of like robots?
Like a bunch of robots? Not from what I've seen.
All right,
this is like
I'm thinking of a different game then.
Yeah, this is like a character flying around on like a sandy dune thing, like.
Okay, yeah, this is not what I was thinking. Okay.
So Sable looks cool.
Also, real quick, you mentioned that the Microsoft montage they went through. There was one game I wanted to bring up that they showed real briefly. Was what was that Fox one? Tunic.
Yeah.
Tunic looks so nice. The art style looks really great, and it looks like it's gonna be kind of a Zelda-like. Yeah. With like some not some Monument Valley.
That like polygonal cartoon style.
Yeah, what was the Fez with some like Fez stuff in there, like glyphs and things going on? Look up the trailer for Tunic. That game looks very interesting.
Sure. Continuing on, I guess Genesis Alpha 1 is a game coming out that looks neat, but I'm not exactly sure. Again, what the hell it is? It looks like it's kind of a bit of everything mixed together. It has a bunch of different elements from a bunch of different games. It looks like a first-person sci-fi world, like exploration, No Man's Sky type thing mixed with like Prey horror and some weird other shit. It's weird. They showed some Don't Starve Hamlet is coming out, so there's going to be some new Don't Starve stuff coming out, which looks kind of cool in this new area that's very colorful and weird. They showed 2 Point Hospital, Two Point Hospital is basically Theme Hospital for the new age, and that Theme Hospital is fun as hell, so that's cool. They showed Rapture Rejects, which is the Happiness and Cyanide guys battle royale.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, so what this is if you know the cartoon Happiness and Cyanide, it's those characters, or I'm guessing you make your own or are given one, in third-person isometric top-down view, like Don't Starve, for instance, and you are in a battle royale with other players. Basically, the idea of the trailer is that the rapture happened, all the good people on Earth were taken to heaven, and your character was not, and you just say, oh, fuck it, and you go out, like, murdering other bad people.
Is the, like, humor gonna come through somehow? Like, or is it just like, the art style?
In the gameplay, I'm not sure, but, like, this...
Okay.
It was kind of there. The art style is
just kind of, like, stick figures.
Yep.
You know, basically, I feel like the humor is what really draws people to Cyanide and Happiness.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to work in-game. There's, like, silly, like, areas that you're fighting in-game, I guess, but from the trailer, like, the video thing, that comedy comes out, because of course it does. It's scripted.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to see more of it. Also, Telltale's Walking Dead, the final season, they showed a bit about that and talked a little bit about that as well. And it's weird to see Chloe as taking the lead role of what's his name? What was the original dude's name from the first game?
Oh, you mean Clementine?
Or yeah, Clementine.
Lee.
Yeah, it's weird seeing Clementine take Lee's role.
For a while, so.
Yeah, but like she has like a kid now that she's like protecting as like it's weird. Yeah, it's weird, but I might jump back into that and just see how that story ends off.
Have you played all the Walking Dead stuff?
No, that's the thing, is that I would have to play 2 as well, right? I played 1.
There's 1, there's 2, there's 40 days or 400 days.
Does that have anything to do with Clementine?
400 days vaguely does, not really.
No, I don't care. Okay.
But there is like I think there's a 3. There's another one before the final chapter. I didn't play 3. I played like everything. And then like 3 came out, and I was like, I'm tired of this, because there's like a Michonne one as well.
Oh, I don't care about that either.
That's not Clementine related, but Clementine related. There is a one I think there's 4 in total with Clementine ones.
Okay, probably not. I'll probably just jump into this because I don't care.
I mean, that's a lot to go through.
And then, not part of any conference, but happened around this time, is they showed Fist of the North Star: Lost Paradise.
Hell yeah.
Yep. And
that's all I gotta say.
It's as crazy and dumb as you'd think. So, yeah.
If you like Yakuza, get it.
Yeah. Also, this game called Kids that I don't know.
Yeah, I believe a few of the new Yakuza games were there as well.
Yeah, so Yakuza 0, 1, or Kiwami, I guess whatever you call it, are both either coming to Steam or on Steam currently.
Coming
I forget
to Steam.
Which.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Apparently, Yakuza 0 is like $18 or something crazy, which is like super worth it at that price.
Yep.
Nice.
For sure. Okay, so we're actually going to talk about my conference of show for an obvious reason now.
Okay.
There's one specific reason why.
Is it the flute guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Sony's was weird from like a presentation standpoint.
Yep.
So they started off with a bunch of all the people who were at the show were just in like a big room, with like lights, like they were all kind of standing room, and there was a dude with a banjo playing a song for a while.
Yep.
Then they showed a Last of Us 2 trailer and some gameplay actually, which I think on my Twitter feed may have been like the most talked about trailer and gameplay from any of the conferences easily. Was this Last of Us 2 stuff. Did you both watch this?
I did. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So it shows Ellie. She's much older now. They mention her old man, which would be Joel. But you know, they're part of like some community because there's other humans there. They're at like a dance. Ellie had the big thing was Ellie has this kiss with this other chick that looks really well animated, like probably the best kiss I've seen in a video game ever. Like they figured that out, as opposed to just like weird two mouths kind of being mashed together.
I still thought it looked actually terrible personally, but sure. It never
Okay.
looks
I mean-
it never looks good in video games.
I thought this was like the time it did look good, but anyway.
Okay.
Then it like hard cuts to Ellie slitting a dude's throat. And it gets into like the gameplay, and it's she's stealthing around. I guess there's like a jump button now, so you can jump. And she is just like murdering people in a way that almost makes Lara Croft seem tame.
Right.
Lots of the arrows back. She's crafting things on the fly. It's a lot of hiding around corners again. There's big dudes. And then, just like stabbing people in the back of the head with arrows and whatnot. There was definitely like a weight to her murder and her attacks that I think Naughty Dog is very good at doing in their combat and in their like animation priority. And then, so she goes through like a whole section of fighting some people, and then it cuts back to the dance scene.
There's been some debate as to the like gameplay they show, if it's actual just gameplay or if it's like a demo using those models that you would see in game doing things that you probably wouldn't. Basically, every kill was completely different and not recycled in that game, which is an amazing feat if that's real. Is what the argument is that people are saying.
I could see. So what you're thinking is it won't be like that in the game. You're thinking it'll be more repetition.
Usually there's like maybe 2 or 3 if you're lucky, like kill animations for stabbing a dude at the chest. Say.
Right. I would agree with you, except it's Naughty Dog, where they made like 50 different animations for getting into a Jeep in Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Is that like that's where the debate is online because if there's anybody that can pull off this miracle magic, that it's Naughty Dog, because Sony gives them the keys to the kingdom every time they make a game.
And like I said earlier, like they like pride themselves on like animation priority and having these like small touches like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was all real, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know where I stand on it. I was just bringing it up.
I'm excited. There's a part of me that's a little conflicted with this, because it seems like this is such like a dark murder simulator. Like if you think of the last trailer we got for this, where it was that person being like hung and like gutted, and then this one, like it's like there's a lot of violence.
They're setting a tone for sure.
It's definitely a tone. Yeah, I just like, it's weird being excited for such a gruesome game.
I kind of read everything that happened in this though as her defending herself. I didn't see it as her just doing wanton killing for the hell of it.
No, for sure. I just mean like how like on display.
Yeah.
Like the neck slicing and whatnot. So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited for it. I liked The Last of Us 1 quite a bit. I'm excited to see Ellie's story and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Then I guess so they cut to a different, like this is after The Last of Us 2. They cut to some people like outside, and they went through a few trailers. And I guess during that time, all the people at the press conference had to move into a different room.
Yeah.
To go watch another thing.
Yeah, this took 15 plus minutes, so they were stalling the entire time. They kept saying like, "Oh, any minute we'll be back." Oh, hang on, I guess let's talk about Call of Duty.
Yeah. So what happened?
So this completely destroyed the flow.
What happened was they wanted to show The Last of Us Part 2 in the thing that they modeled in game where the party was happening.
Yes.
In that building. But they didn't want to show everything else there because it was standing room only. So they had to corral everybody. They fucked something up along the way. And these poor hosts who are just doing their job probably got lambasted on Twitter for like stalling the show for like 20 minutes.
I feel like, and I heard this was Rob Zacny at Waypoint mentioned this. He said it felt like what Sony would have loved to do is they were going to like the tent rental place and they wanted the big tent, but the big tent was sold out, so they had to go with 3 small tents.
Kind of.
And they said, well, I guess this will be enough and we can make it work. Like that's kind of what it felt like. It was super weird. But during so that trailers during the transition, they showed Call of Duty. And and you have it called Call of Duty Back in Black maps. I wasn't really watching. Is that what is that?
No, that's just an advertisement they threw up. Basically, they're putting some of the old Black Ops maps in the new Call of Duty, the most recent one. It was a throwaway thing. I just thought it was funny.
They showed the new DLC content coming to Destiny at the end in this fall, which looks cool. I hear the last few DLC packs have not been great, but this is like the big, like Forsaken King one from Destiny 1. So
yeah,
this will probably get me to go back and play some of that stuff.
Hopefully, I hope so. Legit.
So while this was going on, while they were going from Black Ops to Destiny, the actual official Sony live stream feed went down.
Okay.
Oh, really? I watched the video after.
So I was watching like twitch.tv/PlayStation, and this is where it went down for about 10 to 15 minutes. So people were going bonkers, but every other feed was up. And apparently this happened another time later on, possibly during like Spider-Man or something like that. But like this was like during the stalling, they just lost power and everything. It was crazy.
That's why the VOD I was watching was garbage. Okay, now I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Then they cut back. They're in a new room again.
Yeah.
And this time they have a 5-minute flute performance.
Oh yeah, you forgot to mention the banjo performance. I think.
No, I mentioned the banjo one.
Okay.
Yeah. Which a lot of people were like yelling at this flute guy on Twitter. I saw one tweet that said apparently this is one of like 10 dudes in the world who can like play that flute this well.
Yeah.
He's like a master flutist in this ancient instrument, I guess. I don't know how accurate that was, but anyway. They then showed Ghost of Tsushima, and we got to finally see what that game is.
Yep.
I think that game looks dope.
That game looked real good.
So, you're right. I don't know how marketable it is. I don't know if people are creaming their jeans for feudal Japan combat. So we'll see. But
I don't know. I haven't heard anything negative about it.
I can't see this. I can't see this appealing to the masses in a way that would make it probably worth it, and that makes me sad because I do agree. I think it looks real cool.
Yeah, this feels like a passion project more than anything right now for Sucker Punch.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, let's go through the gameplay they were showing. So it's samurai based. You were like searching for. He was searching for like a monk or something like that, and he comes across like a temple, and he like stealth kills a dude, and it seems like it has kind of like a lot of combos where if you kill one guy, you can kind of quickly kill a second dude. He stabbed a dude through the wall at one point. It seems like there's a high preference and priority given to like camera angles and like color, tons of like red leaves on the ground, lots of inspiration from like old samurai movies, it looked like. And then you basically do like they ended up doing a one-on-one fight with a lady samurai while like fire arrows were being shot at them, so the area was slowly like lighting on fire.
Yeah. It looked impressive.
It looks real cool. I want to see more from that game. I want to see so much. I'm excited. I'm on board for sure.
Yeah, I want to see more for sure.
Then they showed a trailer for Control, and this is the Remedy game, right?
Yes, it is.
This got me excited.
This looked interesting. Yeah.
Two things. One, you put Remedy's name on something, I am immediately interested.
Sure.
And two, this kind of looked like Quantum Break. I'm going to be honest. Some of the powers and how things were moving around looked very Quantum Break-like, which is probably not the best thing to say because a lot of people didn't like Quantum Break. I did like Quantum Break, so I'm cool with that.
Okay. Yeah.
But I feel like most people didn't like Quantum Break because it was also part like TV. You have to like watch a TV show as well. Anyways, we didn't get much from it. We just got the name and a trailer.
I want to see more of it. That gun looked cool. The like blocks coming together.
The breathing gun.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know Remedy was having a game. Also, the fact that this showed up at the Sony press conference, that was a surprise. So this just caught me off guard in the best way, and I was just like, oh man, Remedy, yes.
Yeah. No, it's real cool, for sure.
Paul, let's take this next one.
Yeah, my game of show, the Resident Evil 2 remake, looks fucking phenomenal.
Now I understand.
Looks fucking phenomenal. Even
Capcom's coming out swinging this year. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I definitely have noticed that. And you know what? It's about time. It's been fucking years since they came out swinging in any big way. So, it's been real cool seeing Resident Evil 2 and just following everything about it. And the whole fucking community has been clamoring for any information at all. This is the reason why I used to love E3, because nothing was leaked from this at all. No, like, footage, gameplay, nothing. It was all shown right here, and it just made me feel like a kid again. Like, in a way that doesn't happen at E3 much anymore, because usually people, like, leak something or a photo comes out or anything. And in this case, like, nobody had anything. We just all had an idea that it was going to be shown because ResidentEvil2.com was registered with the words OK on it for whatever reason as a placeholder. And, yeah, I was so happy. And then, of course, because I was at work when the Sony press conference was happening, I knew I had to stay offline all day. I come home to watch it, I go online for 2 seconds, and I see all the messages. Like, what did you think? It's like, well, Resident Evil 2's there somewhere, so let's go. It looks great. I like that they took some sensibilities from 7 for the UI design. I like that they worked in the way Resident Evil is now with the behind the back angle, and made it a little dynamic where it turns into, like, it's actually horrific when zombies attack you. Like, it's just a terrible time. And I think the environmental designs are spot on to, like, just a realistic depiction of how an old museum turned into a police station would probably look, and how creepy and shitty some parts would be. And yeah, it's real cool. I'm so excited. And then they followed it up with maybe the worst thing I've seen.
Okay.
this show, and that is Trover Saves the Universe, which is basically just fucking annoying guy in a bathtub playing a game with Rick and Morty comedy.
Yeah, because it was one of the creators of Rick and Morty.
Yeah, it was terrible. I hated this trailer so much.
It was all improv, or at least their style of improv. So
yeah, I feel like this is, if you're a Rick and Morty fan, this probably did something for you. If you're not, like, this was probably, I don't know.
I'm a Rick and Morty fan. I'm like,
okay.
Yeah,
right.
No, totally. This made me actually just be like, you know what? Maybe we don't need more Rick and Morty. Was it all
dude,
like this?
Didn't they just confirm like 5 more seasons are coming? So you're going to get a lot more Rick and Morty.
No, but like, it made me retroactively think, do I really like Rick and Morty? It was so bad. Oh my god, I hated it so much.
Yeah, it was a little cringy. Yep. Then we got Kingdom Hearts 3. Have you guys heard about this game?
Yep.
No.
Different trailers.
More.
Still badly cut.
It's like Hercules meets Goofy.
Yeah.
But like with a sword.
That's exactly what a key. With a key.
Yeah. Like a key sword. Like a key and a sword had a baby.
No, just a key.
Okay.
No sword.
And yeah, so Kingdom Hearts 3, that's still coming. Death Stranding.
So they showed gameplay, and I still don't know what the fuck this game is.
Yeah.
Kojima did it. He made a walking simulator just to piss off all the people who hate walking simulators.
It seems like Norman Reedus is some kind of delivery man. So it was Norman Reedus walking around these like barren wastelands and up these like mountains with a lot of boxes on his back. And then at one point he gets like stuck in a warehouse or something, and there's something outside, and there's that hand walking invisible thing again, and he has the flashy thing again, and then a lady shows up and she has a very unpractical umbrella.
Yep.
And there's a baby inside, and you get to see its butt.
Yep. You get to see it. Yep.
I don't remember the seeing the butt part. I don't know why.
Wow.
That locked in.
I'm surprised you didn't remember that part. Yeah. No, the baby like moves around inside the throat, so you see its butt. Yeah, what is this game?
I mean, it looks like the monsters basically control time. So, and that's the reason that they're valuable, but they also have to avoid it. Because you saw the point where he throws the pitcher down, and I think the delivery lady's like, yeah, anything that they touch ages. Which is the reason that humans have to avoid him, because otherwise they'll age too much and die. But apparently babies can actually like see them because they're technically invisible. So they have like a fetus is connected to like a flashlight, and that's how you see them. And that's why my bet is like the girl
What?
that at the end of the trailer that says like, "Don't you recognize me?" My money is on that's the fetus that he carries around, but she just
So
gets
I've been
aged.
hearing some people think that the baby he's carrying is actually him. So when you die, you like age.
I've heard that
grow
one.
again. Like
Yeah.
they're clones or something.
Ooh, that's also not a bad idea.
I've heard that one.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna read you this one tweet that I retweeted.
Okay.
So it was a picture of one of the necklaces from Death Stranding, and then it says, "Rad necklace. What's it from? Death Stranding. What's that? A video game trailer. You
Nah.
bought merch from a trailer? Yeah, it's cool though. Okay, what's it about? I don't know." I feel like it's
Yeah.
a pretty good description of Death Stranding and the people following it.
Yep. Dude, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I heard there are guns in the game, but it's not a shooter. Your most enemy encounters are like you do not want to fight. You are going to want to find a different way about going about the enemies.
Yeah, like they showed a gun, and then it cut away to sneaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Those weird umbilical cord floating bodies were there again. I don't know, man.
This is gonna be an acid trip, and I'm so excited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know how I want it to come together. Like, do I want it to make sense in the end, or do I just want it to be like utterly? Do I want to be this confused at the end of it? Like, I have no idea with this game.
Kind of where I'm at too, to be honest with you.
Neo 2.
Yep, I'm in. Let's do it.
Okay. And Spider-Man.
I'm so excited. I had no idea they were
That
going with the
looks
Sinister Six.
Really good.
Oh my
Spider-Man.
god.
But who's gonna be number 6? Who do you think is the 6th of the Sinister
See,
Six?
this
it
is
Doc
the
Ock?
thing. I think it's Doc Ock. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because he said, "Wait, you?" So he's definitely someone he knows, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Doc Ock, isn't he the usual like leader of the Sinister Six?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah,
Him
so
or
that's-
Vulture.
Well, we already saw Vulture.
Yeah.
I would assume it's Doc Ock. That's
I
my
assume
guess.
so too. Also
Some
because
people were
Doc
assuming
Ock's
Venom.
Oh, I don't think so. I think that's a different
Yeah.
game if they go
I
that
don't
way.
Yeah, I don't think it's Venom. Yeah, I feel like Venom gets his own thing.
Or at least like with Carnage or something as well mixed in somehow. I don't know. That's a whole different thing. I think it's Doc
Someone
Ock.
says Mysterio. Mysterio would be cool in a video.
Mysterio would
They
be
could do some cool stuff. And
Yeah.
isn't Mysterio gonna like rumored to be the next villain in the next Spider-Man movie?
I think.
Oh,
Which again, Mysterio could be very cool.
that leaves more credence to that actually. Huh.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, Spider-Man still looks good. Like
Yes.
Spider-Man. All right, that was
This is
Sony.
It was Sony. Yeah.
And last press conference,
Yeah.
Nintendo. I thought this press conference was kind of a letdown.
Well, here's the thing. They said right up front this was going to be primarily Smash focused.
Yeah.
And last year's like credence to that because last year's was primarily Odyssey focused. So
Yep.
Right.
you
I
had
guess-
to go in expecting this.
It's more so like me looking at what this year is for Nintendo going forward, and it just seems so weak.
Now that's fair because their stock prices went down after the conference as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go through it. We'll talk more about that in a bit. Damon Ex Machina.
Yeah. I'm interested in this mech game.
This,
Hell yeah.
From my understand, this is from a developer. I don't think they've done any games, but they've published a lot of stuff.
Apparently, Marvelous is known for publishing, yeah, but a lot of the people involved in working on this game are ex-Armored Core devs.
Oh yeah. I love Armored Core, or did. I haven't played it. I was like 16.
I don't even remember when the last Armored Core was. I think the 360.
Yeah, I never I stopped even before PS2, or maybe during PS2. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I need to see
look
more
like-
though.
Lots of color, anime, mech stuff.
Yep.
A new Xenoblade 2. It looked like
DLC.
it's a DLC. So they're selling it as a separate thing. Do you get Xenoblade 2 with that? I didn't look into it,
No, it's a season pass deal.
but it's like $40. It's like it's
Well-
pretty substantial, I thought.
Hopefully it's a big. I heard it was a big thing. I didn't know how big though.
Well, that's why I was thinking if you get Xenoblade 2 with it, but I didn't look enough into it. Anyway, it had a subtitle, which I don't remember. But I mean, if you're a Xenoblade 2 fan, you already know the answer to that.
Yep.
People are saying it's a separate game. It's a I'm sure I'll...
So same as Donkey Kong, Mario, and Rabbids then.
Well, no, that's not like you... I think you need Mario and Rabbids to get Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Super Mario Party.
Hey, I
Couldn't
know
care
you
less.
do not give a shit.
So I'll say two things. One, first off, I don't give a shit. And two, they had those different style mini games that used two switches or more like pressed against each other to do some cool stuff, which I had heard like that being patented months ago. And just wondering, like, I wonder if anything's going to do with that. That's such like I'll like never be able to do that. Like I might get to do that one time if I get the right people over.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how many of those mini games require that, or if it's going to be like, hey, we have these 10 super mini games, and then we
it's
have
probably
90
that.
garbage mini games. You know
It's
what I mean?
probably like a 10 super mini game. Like this is a specific mode for that.
Right.
I don't know. I'm excited for this because it's no longer in that fucking car.
Right.
Mm.
It's actually proper Mario Party again, which I think people are really excited for. They have said there is a sort of online mode for it where you can do like a triathlon kind of thing where you do 5 different mini games and you're ranked online and you can play against
I think it's
strangers
called
and
like
stuff.
Mario Thon or something like that.
Something like that.
And there's
something like that.
leaderboards and stuff. But I think
don't
it's mostly just Mario Party.
I think that's good. I think that's what we want.
It's been confirmed not online at all, though, right? Like you can't play the main game online.
No. So
That's-
currently, no main board game online. And here's the thing. Yeah, I'm pissed about that too. But if they're actually trying something online, that means then maybe the next one will actually do it.
For me,
But I
Mhm.
feel like this is also a case of they need to know that this will sell. If this game does awful, you will never get an online Mario Party.
yeah, I think you're right about that. For me, it was the tech demo showing the like 2 switches together and stuff. I was just like, that is so good. Like for other things.
But is that a seller for you? Those
For this game, no. I just mean in
Okay.
general for like, companies should work on that.
it
Work
is
with that.
cool, but again,
Yeah.
I would maybe get to do that once or twice, like ever. Like it's so hard to like set that up. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
it seems like a really cool thing that I'm gonna watch Giant Bomb do. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
New Fire Emblem, which I don't think the name was 6. I don't remember what the name was called.
3 houses.
Three houses. It looked more like instead of moving just one unit, you're kind of moving like an army.
Yeah.
Which I'm assuming is going to the gameplay is going to be the same, but when you click your one unit, you're actually clicking like 10 guys if you zoomed in or something. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I think it's
So-
all aesthetic, or maybe
Yep.
it'll be more than that, but like it looked cool.
Yep.
It
I
looked
thought
like
it
it
looked
looked like a
neat.
proper console Fire Emblem.
I like Fire Emblem, so hopefully that's good.
Yep. Look neat.
They showed Fortnite, which we pretty much knew
knew.
that was the case.
Yeah,
I think even
came out that day.
like Chance the Rapper had like tweeted the day before, "Yo, I'm playing Fortnite on my Switch,"
Great.
so he just didn't care.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's already out as well. I downloaded that because why not?
Yep. Me too. I've played it.
That started a whole firestorm too. I'm sure you guys have heard of this.
I mean
No.
that's an actual problem.
Oh,
though.
are you talking about the chat stuff?
No, the Sony problem.
Oh, okay, so there's 2 different ones. Yeah, you say yours first, and then I'll say mine. I'll show you
mine
my
was-
problem if you show me your problem.
Sweet. Well, since you've asked nicely. So if you've ever linked your Epic Games account to your PS4 at all for Fortnite, you cannot play on any other home console, Xbox One or Switch.
With that Epic account.
Yeah. And a lot of people did not realize that because none of the companies were upfront about that.
Right.
And it is only a problem if you have played the PS4 one. If you play the Xbox One or the Switch one, you're perfectly fine. Touch the PS4 one at all, it is locked specifically to that console.
Right. Yeah. So I've been asking for a few weeks now, like, wait, how does the split work? And I finally came down to it. The PlayStation version can play with mobile and PC,
Yep.
And then the Xbox version can play with mobile, PC, and Switch.
Yep.
So those all work together. But if you tied it to your PSN account, you're locked to that grouping of people.
Yeah.
So if you want to play with the most people or the most friends, tie it to any other account except playing it on the PlayStation. And this just came to light because a lot of people play it on PC, play it on PlayStation and then Switch, as opposed to like PlayStation and then Xbox. It's usually one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this actually caused Sony's market price to go down. This caused their stock to drop.
Did you see the statement they put out?
Yeah, and how
it was bullshit.
That was pretty awful.
Yeah, they basically were just like, well, we have like a lot of players on PlayStation, so like your friends should just play on the PlayStation.
It's like you can still play against like PC and mobile. Like, no, that's not what people want.
Yeah, like it was ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I'm lucky that I'd never played the PlayStation version. I've only done mobile and Xbox, so I'm safe.
I have played the PlayStation version, but when it said, "Do you want to link your account?" I was like, "That sounds like too much work. Skip."
Well, you dodged a bullet there, apparently.
No shit, right? So I linked it with Switch right away.
Yeah, for those who are wondering why this might be a big deal, all your purchases are tied to that account.
Exactly.
So,
and all of your progress and that Battle Pass thing that gives you skins and all that sort of shit. And more importantly, you were never made aware as a consumer that this would happen.
Yeah. And the game straight up says this is not an issue that Epic Games can help you with or the Fortnite devs. I think it's just they're straight up it's on Sony.
It's Sony.
And Sony's always on the problem with any cross compatibility. Like I know that there was major issues with Rocket League because of them.
Yep.
And I'm trying to think of some other games that had major issues with crossplay that they blocked.
Yeah.
Well, I just even remember last year at E3 there. I remember Phil Spencer just saying hey, we want people to play games wherever they are and stuff like that. And he didn't say it exactly, but he was pointing out this is on Sony. We're happy to do the handshake. They won't do the handshake. And for the most part, it was just kind of assumed Sony's in the lead, so they don't really have to bend and do all these hey, we'll do this and we'll do this and we'll do this to try and catch up. But at this point, it just looks bad.
I mean, I agree with that though. I agree that they don't have to do it, and maybe they shouldn't. But in this situation, the fact that there was no other option and they're kind of holding these fucking accounts hostage is disgusting.
And this is the number one game worldwide right now.
Yeah.
So that's why so many eyes are on this right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there was a pretty good tweet I'm going to read real quick from Greg Miller over at Kind of Funny Games.
Okay.
Basically said, not allowing me to sign into Fortnite Switch with my Epic account because it's linked to PlayStation 4 is tone deaf and points more to fear than market dominance. It does the opposite of what you think. It makes me think about moving to Xbox for Fortnite. Which I think is exactly correct.
That's a fair statement. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone can do that because not everyone's going to have all three, or even those two. But yeah.
Well, the people who are upset are people who have PlayStation
PS4
and Switch.
I saw
if I was in
stats.
he just switch out the word Xbox for Switch.
Yeah.
And then the tweet works the same.
I saw some stats somewhere. I'm not sure if this is actually accurate, but they said over 40% of PS4 owners also own a Switch.
Sure, yeah. I would recommend getting the Switch before getting, the other of the two big consoles because you'll just get access to more stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's weird. Super
weird.
It is
weird. Yeah, I don't know. This whole situation is disgusting. I don't think Sony needs to play with everybody else if they want to do their own thing, but this situation specifically is so fucking gross.
I mean, they don't have to. I think they're just going to lose players. Why would you?
And they should.
Why would you stick with Sony at that point?
They should. Yep.
Next, Overcooked 2.
Online.
Right?
Yep.
Holy shit! When they said online, I got so excited.
Yep.
You can throw the food now.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Yep.
There was a level where they were cooking on a hot air balloon that then collapsed and fell down into a house, and that was the new kitchen you were cooking in.
Really
so
good.
exciting. I can't wait. That comes out August. I'm definitely getting that day one. Overcooked is so good.
Yep.
Talked about Killer Queen Black.
I'm excited about this. This was for me was like the game of show for Nintendo, basically.
I'm looking forward to playing this. I understand it's going to have online, I believe, and it is coming to other platforms later, so it's not going to be a Switch exclusive.
Yeah, but I think Switch is the only platform that allows 8-player local.
Probably.
I believe.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
This, however, seems like a game you're going to want to play local, just based on like Origins. Which that's going to be hard to get that many people together. But I mean, if people did it at the arcade, it's doable. But I'm glad it has online. I've always wanted to play that.
For sure.
That game is fun.
They briefly touched on Hollow Knight, which they then released that day. So it is now on Switch.
Yep.
They showed a bunch of quick trailers for stuff like Dragon Ball Fighters.
All right.
SNK Heroines Take Team Frenzy. Yes.
Yep. September, I believe, on that one.
Yep.
There's like a bunch of other things. Those are literally the only ones I remember off the top of my head right now.
And Octopath Traveler. They
showed a tiny little bit of Pokemon Let's Go again.
Right. Yeah.
All right, and then they spent the entire rest of the conference, which was like 45 minutes, on Smash Bros.
For good reason, I would say.
And they went into a level of detail on some of these changes that I thought was absurd.
You know what? I actually enjoyed that. That one was for me. I really like that.
I guess I just like. I feel like these press conferences are for more of like a more general audience. So I was just surprised they went into detail like, look, even the voices are different, and then you could barely tell the voices.
Here's another thing. Now, like, keep in mind that Smash fans always lock to the one that they grew up with. Like, Melee fans are the hardest audience to please. And I think that's partly why Nintendo was like, we need to show everything so you understand mechanic-wise why you should play this game. Also, they knew that a lot of people thought that this was going to be a port. So that's why they were like, all right, we're going to highlight everything we can and show you how this is different.
I still think this is a port. Like, it sounds like this is Smash 4.5.
Really?
I don't think I fully agree with you.
I don't agree at all.
Okay.
The fact that this game has everyone in it. Well, okay. I'll step back.
I will agree with you on one thing. I will agree with you that it is not as big a leap forward as, say, Smash 2 to Smash 3, Smash 1 to 2, even Smash 3 to 4. I can agree with you on that, but I do think this officially counts as a Smash 5. This is not a half step.
Okay. What is making you say that?
Because, well, let's start describing the game. Every character is in this.
Okay, but what if you just took Smash 4 and put every character in it?
Okay.
It kind of seems like that's what this is. I know they have a bunch of like balance changes and like air dash change stuff like that. So that's why I'm kind of giving it like the 0.5.
Why is 3 not, or why is 4 not 3.5?
Why is 3 not 4? That's a good question. Why do I feel differently about that? For one, I guess the distance between the two, but that's not a great reason. I'll admit that. I don't know. I guess the generation leap.
I think what it is. I'm gonna be real. I think what it is that you feel it looks too similar to 4, and I can understand that.
Yeah,
but they've already said it's a different engine. Characters do look different. It's a different game. It's Smash 5.
I guess because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of new stuff. It seems like there's a lot of old stuff, and there's some like balance changes.
Yeah, but all the old stuff is literally from the entire series.
Right, but I guess I'm just not weighting that as heavily as like, look, here's 16 new characters. Here's 16 new maps. I think is Ridley the only new character, and Splatoon.
Inkling. Yeah.
So now
Sean, I'm going to ask you this question: do you even care about this game at all?
No. I'm a Smash fan. I'm coming at this as a Smash fan. I know I'm not as crazy as it can get. Yeah. I was just saying that, like, I don't know why. Like, when you bring me that question of the difference between 3 and 4, I don't know why I feel like that seems like a bigger jump than this one. And that's something I'm going to have to think more on, because I think that's a good question to ask. But it just feels like 4.5. Paul, did you have any different? Paul's leaving, so no, never mind.
All right, well, there you go.
Okay, no, I do have an opinion on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna go for a second because I thought that would take longer. Okay, the reason why I would consider this like a mainline series 5 is I think the only way you do Smash in this day and age now is to do what they did here and use it as a platform to just add stuff to. I don't think you do 5, 6, 7, 8 anymore. You do Ultimate, then you add on from here if you're going to add on anything, because I don't know where else you go.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think this is finally the last Smash Brothers.
I don't think they would do that because Nintendo has never done that for a game.
Well, we've got how many years left on the Switch? Probably at least 4.
For sure. No, if they definitely took this as like a recurring thing like Ubisoft does or like Overwatch has done, just saying that, I would consider this a new Smash because that's such a different departure
well, here's
of how
the thing,
they're looking at it.
The thing with 4 was they were like, all right, here's DLC. Here's like 12 new characters. Or what was it, 6? How many did they add?
Yeah, they had DLC. That was definitely new. I don't know
Yeah.
how many, but that was definitely a new part for sure. For sure.
So like there's no saying they're not going to do that for this one.
Right. So my feelings might change if they announce stuff like that. I'm going off what I've heard so far, which is only the press conference. I haven't looked at anything outside of that. I didn't watch any of like the Treehouse streams or anything like that. I don't think they're gonna look at it as a ongoing platform just because they've never done that. This would be a good one to do it for, so maybe they will, and that's cool when they do that. That saves me from having to buy, Smash 2 or you know what I mean, like a whole other one. And I just talked earlier. I wish I had a game that was getting that kind of support for so long, like Ubisoft does. So I think my main answer is just like that. There's no like, not a ton of actual new stuff. And if they have like maybe the single player is going to be different, like they've had different kind of single players before. So when they talk about that, if that's completely different, then yeah, maybe I'll think about that too. But if it's the same as what 4 had, that's going to make me stick with how I'm currently feeling.
I see where you're coming from. I don't agree with it though. That's where
same.
That's basically where I'm at, and it's fine.
I'm probably still going to get this just because a lot of my friends have Switches now, and they didn't have a Wii U, or they may not have picked up the 3DS one. So I'm still probably going to play it. Hope I have a good chunk of people to play with.
Yeah.
So yeah. But anyway, so that was the whole conference from Nintendo, and Smash. That's kind of why it felt like Smash. That Nintendo has like a disappointing second half of this year. Is their only big thing is Smash
and Pokemon, yeah,
and the Pokemon games that all three of us have said no thank you to.
I mean, Nintendo doesn't need E3 though. They announce what they want when they want. They make the event.
and I think that's the problem that so many people forget. Like they're probably going to do a direct next month with Animal Crossing. I'm just going to call it now. Next month is the Animal Crossing direct.
I would hope so. I feel like Animal Crossing is big enough they would have brought that to E3, but I would love if they announced an Animal Crossing next month.
Yeah, and I think in general that's why I think I like Microsoft so much. It's because I wasn't expecting them to have anything, period. So the fact that they had anything, like they had room to impress with anything they could bring.
But Microsoft still only doesn't have much first party for the rest of the year too.
But the fact that they had first billing is what saved it. Like for a lot of these announcements.
All right, so that's all the press conferences. You wrote a little bit more news down here, or I did maybe? No, you did this.
I did. Okay. Did you just want to go through our prediction stuff quick?
Okay, sure. We can do the predictions now. Let's see what we got right and wrong.
Okay, for EA, they show Anthem. That was a gimme.
Got it.
we all knew.
Yep.
Sean thinks it will look great. Do you think it looks great?
Yeah. Do you guys think it looks great?
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah. I just wrote Battlefield 5, so I'm guessing we just said that'll be there.
Yep.
I think our opinion on EA was like, here's the safe ones. That's really all we care about.
Yeah, here is the not safe one that we got wrong. New Need for Speed, unfortunately.
Yeah, taking a break.
Yeah.
Taking a break.
Good. They should.
Okay, Microsoft. We said Gears of War 5 would be there. We were right.
Yep.
Did we think it was going to come out this year, though?
We didn't specifically.
I might have said that. I don't know.
I feel like we were thinking it was going to be this year.
Yeah.
So.
I kind of just wrote down the things we had a basic consensus of.
Okay.
PUBG something happened.
Yep.
Forza Horizon 4. Basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of that Walmart leak, the only thing that did not come out was Splinter Cell.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And well, they also
Yeah.
mentioned like Final Fantasy VII remake, but I think that was kind of touched on like, hey, we are working on it, and that wasn't an announcement basically.
Right.
But yeah, Splinter Cell. No word of that.
We also said Forza Horizon would be set in Africa.
No, it's set in Europe, Paris, right? France.
I have no idea, but we know it's
Pretty
not
sure it's
Africa. We were wrong. Info on The Longest Night, which I don't think they gave us any.
I don't even know what that
No.
game is, so no.
More on the new Ori game, Will of the Wisps.
Yep.
Yep, that was there. Something that uses Rare's nostalgia,
Nope.
unless you count Sea of Thieves as like
Nope.
more is coming.
No.
But yeah, I'll say that's a no. Because
No, Battletoads. Battletoads.
yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Battletoads.
okay, you're right. You're right. Just barely, in
Yeah.
the smallest possible way, that was correct.
How did
Yeah.
we forget that?
It was right.
Jesus.
New Sea of Thieves news/event, and
Yep.
yeah, that's a thing. Every new game will be on Game Pass, we said, and we are right, basically.
For the first party ones, yeah.
That's what we meant. Like for Microsoft, all their new games will be on
Yep.
Game Pass.
Which, to be fair, they actually announced that like months ago, so I don't
Sure.
even know why we consider that a prediction.
Crackdown 3 gameplay shows up.
Yes.
Halo tease. I'm gonna count that
yep.
because we didn't say Halo 5 tease. We said Halo tease
Well, it would have been 6,
or 6. You're right. Yeah.
but we literally got only a tease. So, yep.
And the last one, Xbox price cut.
Nope.
Actually, there was a sale during the conference.
That's
The
not a price
Xbox
cut.
One X was on sale.
That's not a price cut. That's a sale.
Yeah, I don't know. It was
Yeah.
off by $50.
I'll give
I
us
don't know,
that.
yeah.
I'll give
'Cause
us
there
a
was
half.
there was rumors that there was going to be an actual price cut because there was a lot of ads down here. 2 different GameStop and one other place had it for 150 off.
Wow.
Coming up, it didn't actually pan out, but people were assuming, oh, they're going to price cut it, and then here's the sale, $50. And then that didn't actually happen, and they came out and said like those flyers were a mistake, and it was just a coincidence that 2 different places made the same mistake.
Wow.
I'll give us half points. Bethesda. Rage 2. Yes.
Yes.
Fallout 76. Yes.
Yep.
Then we Fallout 73 for some reason.
I think Sean was joking
I think
about
I just
that.
accidentally said 73,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
I doubled down on it.
Okay. New Elder Scrolls Online thing. Yes.
Yep.
Switch ports version of Wolfenstein specifically.
They did
Well,
not talk about that really. Well, he kind of
yeah.
mentioned like that is coming out, but they didn't show anything. So I don't know.
So this next one is ambiguous, but I'm gonna give it to us. Skyrim.
Yeah. It came out on Alexa.
And
I
it's a
guess so.
thing.
And they
So-
literally made a joke about we're announcing the new platform for Skyrim.
I count it.
Sure. Yep.
Okay, we had like nothing for Square, which is appropriate.
That's
so
fair.
Square.
I think none of us cared. I think we said Kingdom Hearts 3 and that was it.
Hey, I'm down for Tomb Raider. I'm
we
excited
had
about
Shadow of the Tomb Raider news, and we all agreed, of course.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3, we all agreed.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
And then we all agreed that they were probably going to do something with Final Fantasy 14 content.
They did.
Yep.
That was basically their conference. We
We did it. Hooray.
Yeah. Ubisoft, Just Dance. We got
Yep.
it right in chronological order.
I mean, that was like the middle part, on your bingo card. That was the
Yep.
middle square right there.
That was the
Totally.
free square.
Yeah.
Splinter Cell. We were wrong.
Oh,
I'm sad about that. I thought for sure.
We were totally wrong.
so did Walmart.
Yep. Division 2 news.
Yep.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey news.
Yep.
Yep.
Man, we were like these predictions are super boring. This is so easy.
Okay. This is where I took a leap of faith and said, new Rayman something. Nope.
Nope.
Something to do with Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yep.
Yep. More Far Cry 5 content we did not get any look at.
Nope.
So there's that.
I'm surprised they didn't do anything with that.
But we did get Skull and Bones news.
Yep. Gameplay. Yep.
Yep. Sony. Ghost of Tsushima's shown.
Well, I mean, they announced the 4 games, so yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna show
I
that.
feel like that's cheating.
Last of Us.
Those are not predictions.
Last of Us 2 prediction was 2019? Which
I don't think they said.
yeah, but if they didn't say it, then it's not 2018.
Out of the main 4 they focused on, the only one they gave a date to was Spider-Man.
And they did that beforehand, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. For Spider-Man, the prediction was it comes out this year.
Which is right. I think it's September.
Yep.
Death Stranding.
Was that the only game that Sony showed that was coming out this year?
I think the only thing that could maybe come out is Last of Us, but I doubt it. I bet Last of Us comes out like either early next year or in the summer, like the first
February
one did.
22nd. It's gonna be February 22nd.
Or it's February 22nd.
The only other thing I have here is that Destiny 2 crap. So yeah, that's
and
the
I guess
only
Call of Duty.
right. So yeah, that's it. Most of it's
did we not
early.
make any predictions for Nintendo?
We did. Sorry, we also Spelunky 2.
Oh, nope, nothing on that.
But we did get something wrong. From Software's new thing gets a title and an actual trailer is right, but not in Sony's. It was at
Right.
Microsoft's.
Yeah.
So I'm going to consider that wrong, but
Sure.
yeah, we got it.
So I was right in thinking that it was originally announced from Sony. That's why we put it in the Sony section.
Yeah.
Must be.
Nintendo. Pokemon,
Yep.
Yep.
technically. Smash. Gimme.
Yep.
It was a gimme.
Yep.
Metroid Prime 4 teaser.
Nothing. That was weird that they didn't do any Prime stuff.
Yep. Fire Emblem title reveal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Footage on Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Nope.
Nothing.
New Yoshi game something.
Nope.
That was absent, and then someone noticed on like the eShop or something, it now said 2019, so that has been delayed.
Okay.
That was playable last year.
I'm not surprised because Woolly World was delayed a bunch as well.
Okay.
Splatoon content.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they did show a little bit.
New Labo?
Nothing.
No.
Online service stuff.
No,
Nothing,
which was
no.
surprising.
Yeah, we should say Smash Bros was December 7th, which was a little surprising because the online goes up on September, and a lot of people were assuming that those would be pretty close together.
Yep. And
Honestly, I think it's smart that it's a couple months after it launches because you know it's going to be a clusterfuck when that
Sure.
service launches.
Sure.
Totally. Then we took some leaps of faith. Rhythm Heaven announcement.
I wish, man.
And
Nope.
F-Zero something.
I had hope.
All right.
Okay. So for the news here, Polymega is pre-orders are starting soon for $250. This is the modular retro entertainment system, which basically means you can spend a bunch of money and be able to buy this weird hardware remake thing of different retro gaming consoles that you can put together in like that you can switch the thing out. Basically, it's like
It's modular.
It's hardware emulation for a bunch of different consoles. Which the thing that I'm excited about is that it includes like PC Engine stuff and all that as well. Just a bunch of really specific niche things in there. So that's going to be $250, and then
It's kind of cool looking.
and then each piece that you want to buy after that is I think 60. Yes, 60, and that's USD. So that they're launching that in the fourth quarter of this year. I think it looks cool, and I will put a link to the article I'm looking at in the chat in case people want it. Well, the second thing here, Telltale and Netflix partner up.
This was weird. I saw this.
Yeah, so the idea is that Stranger Things is probably coming as a Telltale game.
Well, I think it's been confirmed
Oh,
actually.
Okay.
Has it been confirmed?
It says in this article, Telltale is working on a Stranger Things video game.
According from Tech Radar. Yeah, okay, cool. No release window or details or anything. It's basically they just signed the papers and they're working on it. That seems fine to me. That seems like a good fit. What does this mean about like what Netflix will get out of it, I wonder, from Telltale?
I don't know.
It'd
Just
be interesting.
Telltale makes games on everything.
Yeah.
Arguably, the more important news in the second half of this article is that the Minecraft game,
Yeah.
the story mode, is coming to Netflix.
Right. That's what I was asking. What does Netflix get from Telltale? So that's.
Oh, I see
Yeah.
what you're saying. You were okay. I get it now.
Yeah. That's weird.
So yeah, if you have an Netflix account, you can just play story mode through whatever you're using. I guess. I guess a remote control would be good enough, like a TV remote. That's super weird.
Right?
But you get all of season 1. It comes this fall.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a thing.
That partnership is real cool. Leads to some interesting possibilities, especially for Telltale, since Netflix makes their own shit now. That's what they do. So, yeah.
All right, that's it for the news.
That's it.
Let's get some questions down because this podcast is, I think, the longest we've ever done.
Yeah, pretty close.
People want to send questions in. It's topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Facebook group, the Discord channel, John's P.O. Box. This first one is from Spy Gadget. I have a very odd non-gaming question. Do you consider people you've only interacted with online to be friends?
Yes.
That's basically the question. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so too, for sure.
Yep.
I mean, that's like my career in a way.
Right.
Yeah.
Is networking with people that I probably will never meet in person or won't for years.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It's a different kind of friend, though.
That's also how I met my fiance. So,
Sure.
well, sort of, I guess. I met her in person and then.
Well, that's the thing is that if you go deeper than that, I think there has to be some in-person, like, hanging out and knowing them as a person.
So you think there's a wall, like no matter what, if they're just online, there's a wall there.
You can be friendly with people, friendly acquaintances. You can be friends with people. I'm just saying that, like, it's different getting a friend to help you move. That's a different type of friend than somebody you might play a video game with and be able to mute if they bug you. It's a different type of friend, but it's a friend. Of course it is. Eduardo says, what are some of the best mecha games? I mean, Chromehounds. And did we just go through the list? Armored Core, Mech Warrior, Mech Assault.
I'm going to say Iron Brigade.
Probably. Yeah, Iron Brigade's actually real fun.
It's very good.
Or Trenched, as it was formerly known, or whatever.
Yeah, for some.
I'm trying to remember some, like, really obscure, shitty ones.
Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2 is actually legit. That's one of the best, for sure.
Yep.
Armored Core, yeah, definitely. Dude, there's so many good mech games. You just gotta Google that shit. What is the most obscure genre you know? It can be from anything, meaning games, music, TV, and anything you can think of are all options. Obscure genre.
We've had this question before. My go-to answer is Metal Gear Rising. What did they consider that game? What do they call it? It was like lightning action.
Lightning action, yeah.
Something.
Any made-up PR terms for a genre are the most obscure because they don't actually exist.
I think it's lightning bolt action was their name for that genre.
Okay, I'll go with that.
All right.
John, next up from Dragonfire 1054, who writes in and says, who do you think will win in a mech battle amongst yourselves?
Depends what mechs we're piloting, I guess.
Yeah, that's usually how mech battles work.
You can pick your best mech. I don't know.
Oh, okay. In that case.
Call it in the Megazord.
Yeah, exactly. Who will win in a mech battle? There was a long drawn out answer to this actually in the Discord that somebody answered for us, and I thought it was pretty good.
Should we just read that?
You know what? I'm going to. Okay.
Do it.
This is how I see the host in a mech context. Sean, straight up protagonist who's bright-eyed, full determination, can pilot the mech well despite no formal training. John, the rival, while not on the side of the antagonist at the beginning of the series, likes to fight with the protagonist over slight differences in ideology, but teams up with him in the end to fight the big bad. Also likes to tinker and make his mech do things that they weren't meant for. Paul, the old dog / mentor of the protagonist who is jaded and cynical due to how long the conflict has been going on. With the arrival of the protagonist, they think maybe there's actually a shot of winning this thing. Also a good pilot, but more formally trained. Still does his own stuff because he knows complete formal training gets you killed.
All right.
Thank you, VGC Kenny.
That's our new anime premiering this fall.
Hell yeah.
Yep. If somebody
all
wants to
right,
animate that for us, that'd be great.
Yeah. And last question here, VGC Kenny says, do you think that Overwatch will be updated with expansions like WoW is, or do you think we will eventually see an Overwatch 2?
Overwatch 2.
I like how we actually never answered the question who would win in the fight.
Oh. Well, it sounds like we're all on the same team in this hypothetical.
Friendship will win in the fight.
Friendship will win.
Nathan will win.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I'm with you on Overwatch 2.
Yep. Overwatch 2.
I don't know, man. Why do you guys say Overwatch 2?
Just the way they released Overwatch 1. It'll be a full $60 product with a whole new roster.
Ooh, okay. I can see that.
And then they'll DLC add in the old ones, but like time jumped or whatever.
Probably,
That'd
yeah.
be cool. Yeah, I'll go with that just because.
Or just
cool.
skins of the old ones or something.
Or that, yeah.
All right, that's gonna do it for the show. We finally made it to the end.
It's always like this. E3.
What is your did you get? What's your games of the week? What's the game you played this week that you liked?
Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
Shaq Fu 2.
I'm going to give it to Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, what are we gonna do? A game of show for E3?
Oh, sure. Game
Resident
of the show.
Evil 2 remake. Easy.
Devil May Cry 5, easy.
Yep.
Ooh, actually, but also Metal Wolf Chaos. Well, I guess let's go with the one that hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
Before, so
Yeah.
Devil May Cry 5.
I don't know.
Yeah, Sean's the interesting one here for me.
Yeah.
There's so many I'm really excited for. Like Anthem, I'm really excited for. Ori, I'm really excited for. Those are definitely up there. Overcooked 2. I'll go Anthem. If I had to play one of those right now, I want to play Anthem.
Okay, cool. Cool,
There we
man.
go. And last little news thing: if you are a $10 backer on the Patreon, the submission thread is live. You have until this coming Friday to submit your game up to $15 price. On Friday, we will have the poll going live for next month's TDP Plus. And with that, we're finally done. We're free from this prison. Thanks everyone for listening all the way to the end. And we'll see you next week in like
Happy E3, everybody.
4 days.
Happy Father's Day, fathers.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Dad Day.
Bye.